Like, why y'all complaining about the graphics? The game is nowhere near done,
Yeah,
and that's why they
people
made it.
still don't understand that making a game is hard.
Yeah, they don't.
Long
I
and
believe there's so many
arduous
people out here
task.
that plays games that do not understand what it takes to make the shit they're playing, bro. People do not know.
They
Like,
just they just
they don't
they
know,
just
bro.
want that instant gratification. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like when it
it
comes
is
to
what it is.
anything, like we get the finished product when it comes to movies, games, like football games, sporting events. We get the finished product. We are the crowd. We are the entertainment, right? We don't see the shit they go through to
Right,
get to this point, like weekly, bro.
like at
Like,
all.
oh, that's why it take years for games to come out. Like games take years to make because that shit is hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and a lot of people don't know that. Like people just go to the store, buy their shit, and take it home and complain if it ain't good.
Be
Just
like, oh,
complain, just complain.
this game was supposed to be a 7, but it's more like a 3. Let
Yeah,
me type a mean review real quick.
that's why I cherish like great games because not only did you take years to make this shit, but it's also amazing at the same time. Like that's why I cherish the moments.
Right.
Like that's a lot of
Well,
work.
welcome to the Dopest Podcast. This is your host, the other L, joined by RSR Holy, aka Lyndon, and Rob, who is the only man to go to jail and come back with a baby. Congrats.
Oh shit.
Um,
Oh shit.
yeah, bro, you have no idea. I've been working on these singers for like at least a month now, so I got like a bunch of
Hmm.
them. Every episode going forward is like just a new, boom. But
Yeah.
we have so much to talk about. But tonight's game is brought to you by Destiny 2, the Season of Plunder, out now on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, whatever they got. I think it's S1 and S1's
What
the
the
new one,
Xbox?
right? Yeah, S1's the
The new
new one, right?
Xboxes?
Yeah, the
Uh,
new Xboxes because I don't know how to fuck to follow their nomenclature for shit anymore. Like after 360, it just kind of became
sh- yeah. Shout
something
out PlayStation, just keeping it simple. What is
simple.
just the
Yes,
number? The next number.
yes, the next number, PlayStation 5,
Yeah.
and even if they decided not to go with like PlayStation 6, I wouldn't be mad. You know, just make it something six in nature. Just stamp a big ass six on the side of the system. That'd be perfect.
That'd be great.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, tonight's gameplay is brought to you by Destiny 2. I have a lot that I have to do on this game, but we also have a lot that we have to talk about. I actually had to make a list because it was so much. The Black Panther trailer, the Michael Myers trailer, remasters are getting out of hand. Stadia dies. GTA 6 leaks. This fucking amazing song by Jid called Surround Sound. Rick and Morty. The Last of Us TV trailer. I don't even know where to start, bro. Where do you want to
Oh
where do
man,
you
that's a
want to?
lot.
Yes, like
That's a
I'm
lot,
gonna leave it
bro.
up to you, sir. Like there's too much to do.
Mm, I feel like this subject shouldn't take too long, but we'll start with the Last of Us TV trailer, that new trailer,
Oh man.
because we shouldn't be on that too long.
Okay, so is it a one for one of the game? Because I feel like they're changing some stuff.
It looks like it's the first game,
Hmm.
but they're gonna add like some little bit extra stuff
A
too.
little bit of extra stuff.
Yeah, because some of them characters in the trailer I did not recognize. Again, I couldn't. Like you can't tell anyway. I mean, the girl who playing Ellie don't really look like Ellie.
Yeah,
So
that was something that saddened me a little bit because I'm
yeah,
like, all right, this chick is something.
yeah. Like I mean, even what's the guy? Pedro
Pedro
Pascal.
Pascal. I
Yeah,
will
like the
never forget that name as long as I
yeah,
live.
yeah. He definitely winning right now in Hollywood. But yeah, he it does. I mean, he didn't really until I heard him talk in that one
Hmm.
clip of him talk as Joel in that last teaser. Not this one, but the one before this one. I didn't know if he was gonna be a good Joel or not. But hearing him talk as Joel
Hmm.
has now swayed me over. But we haven't heard that girl talk as Ellie,
I
so
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I gotta go back and watch that trailer again because I don't feel convinced by his portrayal yet. But
As
also,
Joel.
yeah. But also, I'm hoping this doesn't like I'm really hoping that like he didn't leave the Mandalorian to do this show. Not saying that would be a bad thing, but you know, I felt like the Mandalorian is pretty good as well. So
That's great. That's great.
I don't
That's the
know.
one Star Wars part of it have.
Right, like and that's why I hope he didn't leave for the sake of doing this show because you know I always tell people like you get something good, you might want to stick with that bitch. Fuck your feelings on how you want to be a variety actor or whatever the case may be. Like that's all fine and dandy, but I told somebody at work, I said, man, I couldn't be no actor and be in a Marvel movie. It was like, why not? Oh, is it because of the long contracts? I was like, no, I would fucking lose my mind. I'd be like, yo, I'm set for life. Like
Yeah.
they can have my soul if they wanted to just prick my fingers soft and tell me where to sign. So, but
Yeah.
but yeah, like I gotta watch the trailer again. But I'm only parts of that show that I kind of really care about are the opening. You know, with Sarah and
Oh yeah. First
there are
episode.
only three parts I care about. The part with Sarah, the part with Marlene at the end, and damn, what was the fucking the part in the game that scared the fuck out of me, the hotel sequence. Yeah, I just want to see that.
Yeah, man. Oh, and even and like I said, trailer was great. I don't know if you caught it, but they used the music from the actual first trailer of the game when it came out back in 2013.
Really?
That was that was a great call, bro.
I
It
I
was the
was
same track. I
I really
said,
think I missed
nice.
that because part of me was like, why am I not hearing that?
You probably hit it on the next right? I probably saving that for like that trailer right before the show come out. Yeah.
So,
The part. Oh, and even though the trailer, I mean, it was good. I mean, it looks great, but the best part to me was when they showed that clicker for a split second in
oh
that trailer.
man, yes.
That shit looked so fucking real, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I
This makes
said,
me
man,
this makes
that
me
shit
want to
look real
buy
as hell,
this
boy.
makes me want to buy a handgun now.
Bro, yes, boy.
Cause
Like
if shit hits the fan, I got to
that
know that I can
shit.
protect me and mine.
That shit looked real, boy. I said, yo, yes. That what had got me hyped at the very end of the show. That clicker. But from what I saw, like, it's gonna just portray the first game, and I was wondering how far this first season was gonna go, but they actually showed like them in the snow,
Oh,
and in the game, you get to the winter
gotcha.
area. Yeah, probably about towards the end of the first game. It's not like all the way at the end, but it's towards the end.
Right.
So I was wondering like how much is this first season gonna cover of the game. I was like, so it's gonna go all the way to the end of the first game, or it's gonna be, you know, I was that's always kind of been in the back of my mind, like how far will the first season go? How much of it will cover the first game? But when I saw the snow sections, I said, oh, so if they're going in the winter, that's a good chunk of the game.
Yeah. But see,
Good
that's
chunk.
what also makes me feel like unless they're showing scenes from like later in the season, like way later in the season, this is what makes me kind of wonder, like, well, what are y'all like? What part of the story y'all focusing on?
All of them. If they do good, all of it, because the last part one to a lot of people, most people, you know, it's perfect story. You know, it's just perfect. So they
Right.
should do everything, you know, one on one with the game. If they want to add just a little bit of filler, that's cool. I mean, it'll be something new for people who played the game.
Hmm.
So yeah, so that'd be fine. If they do that,
Well,
flesh out some characters a little bit more, that'd be fine. You know, show like a little bit more tests because you know her, you know, spoiler alerts for the last
yeah, I ain't even bother saying
her,
that. Last of Us 2
yeah,
maybe, but Last of Us 1, fuck
Last of
you.
Us One now, yeah, it's almost 10 years old.
Right.
Um, Test was short lived on that game. No, I've always
Oh
said. I
man,
mean,
yes.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm not saying it was a negative towards the game, but her
No,
character is
no.
very short-lived.
Yeah, she was. Ooh.
Yeah, and she was great. Actually, really did like her.
Yeah.
You know,
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect her to go out like at all. Like
I remember playing this.
it was really the last thing from my mind. So when it happened, my brain was like, "Oh, this life is real."
I was like, yeah, Naughty Dog ain't playing with this fucking game. Like they
Right,
saying, nigga, anybody you meet could go at any
right.
moment.
Oh, your favorite character? Don't get attached to him. We'll do their ass like they did Glenn in the last of in Walking Dead.
Right. She went out here big too.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Still no release date. Still 2023. The trailer was
damn, next year. If it's gonna be on HBO Max, it's probably gonna be like near the end of the year. That's what I assume.
like the end of this year or next year.
Yeah, I really well.
Yeah, I mean,
When I say end of next year, I really mean like what is it? Either the summer. Ooh, what if they release it on Outbreak Day, my boy?
Outbreak Day. When is it? Well, Outbreak Day just bad. But that's that's the reason
No,
the trailer came out.
I'm talking about for next year. Like.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Or releasing the day that fashion comes out. I don't know. Releasing with something else. That's people say that's one of the reasons why that remake was made because of this show.
That's a shitty excuse.
That was some people say. That's some people say. But
that is a super shitty excuse.
if this remake came out closer to the show, then I would understand that. But
Right.
I feel like when the remakes were made, I feel like people like imagine. I think in Naughty Dog's and Sony mind, they're thinking like when this show finally comes out on HBO Max, and people are loving it. Like imagine people who want to watch this show who've never played the game, right? So we got the audience, we got you and me who's played the game, who's looking forward to the show. We got the people who's played games that never played The Last of Us before, who's gonna watch the show and probably get the game because they never played it before.
Right.
And then you're gonna have people who's never played The Last of Us or play games at all that are gonna watch this show because it just
that would
good.
be fine if you're one of the people who buys this game because you saw the show.
Yeah.
Just know you got your work cut the fuck out for you.
Yeah. That's what the remake is for. Like if you've never played the game, then this remake is perfect. Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because people play the remake say it is like really good. So, but the game was already great the first time it came out in 2013. But yeah, aside from that, for people who never seen the show, people who've never played The Last of Us, somehow just avoided this franchise for all these years. That this show, like you're in for a ride.
Yeah.
But I like how you said the parts you're waiting for. I guess the mirror, the parts you're waiting for that's gonna mirror the game on the show. I'm trying to think what's gonna be mine. I think, like you said, the intro. The intro definitely, because The Last of Us starts off so fantastic. Like it has to start the same with Sarah, like from her perspective. That should be the first scenes of the first episode.
Ooh, what if they give us first person mode, Sarah?
Oh, that'd be even better. The game starts out with her and Joel. Isn't it his birthday or something?
Yep.
Then she gives him the watch.
The watch. Yep.
The watch. Yeah. And then
they wake
later
up
on that night,
shit goes to hell.
Shit goes, yeah. But she's so terrifying because that's how the apocalypse will start.
You in your sleep?
You'll just wake up and shit is just going
to hell. I think it'd be worse than like a major city though.
It would.
It'd be way worse than a major city. Cause like shit would devolve like super quick.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah, but the show, all I gotta do is just mirror the game, and they got a hit. And that's it. I mean, that's all I gotta do. But I guess I said the intro I'm waiting for. I guess that scene with Tess tells Joey she got bit, cause that's always one of the most heartbreaking. Like rough scenes to watch from that first
I
game.
hope they show some sort of like romance for them
I
because
always think that Joel and Tess, like they did, like they definitely smashed.
right,
I always felt like that. They
like it's the
definitely did.
apocalypse. Come on, baby, give me what I need.
Yeah, they definitely did.
So
I'm trying to think what else part in the first game. Pittsburgh when they
oh
went, they were
yeah,
them horrible people,
oh man,
like the people that was
the
trying
tank
to
scene, the people that had the
that
tank.
people had to tank the people. Yeah, you know, when that's the same way for two when Joel when that guy come out like he hurt.
Yeah.
And Joel
Oh
tell it like he hits the gas,
yeah.
he ain't hurt, and then he runs the guy over. Yeah, and then
Yes.
yeah, that scene I went for that one.
You again and
Uh,
again until your house falls.
Henry and Sam. I mean, I just want to see how they're portrayed on the show, but I'm gonna hate that scene when
Oh man,
you know
yes.
what happens with them two.
Yes.
God damn, that's gonna be horrible.
I think one other scene that I'm looking forward
As
to,
well.
that I kind of forgot was it's two more. The gentle scene with the giraffe, and then
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
the hilariously fucked up scene for now I'm gonna give you this map, and you're gonna point to where.
Oh yeah, the torture scene. Yo, Pedro
And it
Pascal
better
better
match
kill
up.
that shit. He better kill that scene, bro. That's one of my
But,
favorite scenes from
but,
Joel.
but I told you where she was. I believe you.
And then kills the nigga like, yo, Pedro Pascal better
Oh,
kill that shit. But that
yo,
scene, come up,
that
boy.
right there will let me know if he was ever a good fit to play Joel.
Yes, that scene right there. He has to kill that shit, though. Man, I can't wait for that.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a
Oh
real good
my
one.
goodness. But
But what you think Ellie's best scene is in the first game?
Ellie's best scene to me
Is it when she kills
is,
David?
yeah, I was just gonna say that it's two scenes. It's the one where she kills David, and damn, there was another scene. It wasn't like a serious scene, but it was like, oh, the scene where she has to cut Joel down, and he gets like, I don't know what the fuck he stepped into, but he was hanging upside down,
Hmm.
or something happened, and she had to shoot the dude to like save him, basically. And
Oh, that scene when she first kills somebody.
yeah,
When no, the dude has him under the water like he's drowning. And he's trying to reach for the
yeah,
gun, and he can't quite grab it, and then Ellie picks up and shoots the guy in the face.
right.
But Joel, being Joel at the time, he didn't say thank you, whatever. You know.
That's it.
Yeah, that scene was great for her too. Yeah,
So
that's a good one. And also a great scene too when she starts to help you kill people, and like Joel gives her the sniper, and he teaches
man,
her how to shoot it. And
man,
she be shooting niggas up there when you're trying to get through that part at the end.
yeah,
I just love that shot. I still remember that shot like in my head of her like when she's done shooting, like she walks her Joel with that look on her face. Like that look on her face is not really like a I'm happy I did this. It's like
I'm terrified that you made me
a
do this, Joel.
terrified. Yeah, Joel just takes the gun in silence, and she says, I think she says, "Did I do good?" or something like that. And he just shakes his head. Yeah, then he hands her the pistol. And then I
Like,
was
yeah,
like, yeah, that was a great scene. That was a great scene. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the show, man. 2023. Hopefully it's early. It's gonna be interesting to see because I'm gonna tell everybody about the show, who I can, and it's gonna be interesting to see from different
man.
perspectives of like people who's like never played this game before.
Yeah,
And
I would
here
make
we're gonna talk about it, and it's gonna be interesting.
I would make Essence watch this, but I feel like she'll consider it too much of like horror. She doesn't really like horror like that.
The show is yeah. The
So
Last of Us is slick. I mean, it's categorized under survival, but it is horror.
can you
Every
imagine?
time you run
Yeah,
to a clicker,
yeah,
yeah, it's scary.
yeah. Can you imagine being like watching this and thinking, oh yeah, this is a horror survival
We
show,
got good intel
A
that
horror
there's
but you're the
survival.
one who has
right
to
on
survive
this ice fall.
Right.
because there's gonna be
Yeah,
so much to happen.
yeah, the whole fungus thing. That's gonna be cool for people to see.
Oh
Like I said, that's a
yeah.
real thing. That's a real thing that's on Earth.
You know, it's crazy. Like when the game came out, I wanted them to accurately define this disease. Now I want them to leave it as ambiguous as possible.
Yeah.
Our ship's servitor will
So
Yeah.
bolster your allies' defenses.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward
to it. Yeah. Rick and Morty.
The season so far.
The season so far.
Great.
Like
Great.
I watched like I had to watch like 3 episodes back to back because
what you had to see Beth and Space Beth.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that episode was both good and hilarious.
It was, and fucking kind of uncomfortable at the
same
time. I was like, what the fuck, yo? Yeah, that one was great.
Did we talk about the one where Rick was in the what's the name of that game?
Roy.
The Roy game.
Yeah, that was the second episode.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Roy, we had to go in there and save Morty.
Yeah.
Third episode was Beth and Space Beth. You know what they did. And,
right.
Yeah, and last week was the Night Family.
That was the episode.
Favorite.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's a wonderful idea that I wish was real. And I would use it for that exact purpose of just having like ripped abs.
Yes, just get swole. Just get in shape at night while I'm asleep. And my night person does it for me.
The only crazy part is I like you'd be sore as fuck though.
Yeah, you would, but it'll be worth it.
Hell yeah,
it would be worth it. But that episode was so good, man. I said, this episode was genius. And then of course I went into it knowing like, something's gonna go wrong with this, but
of course I thought it was gonna be more horror filled.
Yeah, me too. And I did like the horror feel at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was great.
That shit had me thinking of Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that's another thing. That episode was kind of mimicking the movie Us, that Jordan Peele movie.
Oh shit, for real?
It had like elements from that movie into that episode. Yeah, with the whole Night Family, the people talking in that tone. Well, only one person talked on Us. That was from down there, but it was like the other you that is like trying to. They weren't trying to kill it, but you know what I'm saying. It had just elements of Us, just a little bit, not a lot.
Right.
But I love how Summer took over the family too. That was hilarious. Like that's who took over the Night Family was her, not Rick. So that was great. But that was one of my favorite episodes. I love that episode. It was action packed too. It's like the season has just been really well written.
That shit felt like an action movie. That whole episode.
It did. And the other reason this was happening because they didn't want to wash their fucking dish. When I didn't wash it, just rinse it. That's all they asked for at first.
Yeah.
That's all they asked for. And Rick being so fucking petty, he was like, the night
still
people.
Blame Jerry.
Jerry was the reason they. But
Jerry night person.
Oh, because of his right.
Because he's over here just like keeping a conversation with his person.
With his like a fucking pen pal, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all they wanted. And Rick was like, the night people ain't supposed to like want anything. They supposed to just do what we tell them to do.
Right.
And I was like, this nigga right here is petty as fuck, bro. And that's the only reason it went to all this. And the night family fucking won because they want to watch the fucking dish. But no, it was great though. And I love how like the voice actors was talking like they was exhausted when they went to that night family shit. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Then that episode Sunday about the fortune cookie. That's the best way to describe that shit. That
was like I never thought we'd meet Jerry's like half of the family, but
yeah.
I also never thought we'd meet them like this.
No, I was like bro, all this that whole episode came from a fucking fortune cookie. I said this.
Right.
I said this. The writers of this show, man.
I know somebody had to be sitting in their office like, hey, what if like we had an episode about fortune cookies and the fortunes come real? Like
everybody
just ran with that shit.
Yeah, that was like a great idea. You know what I'm saying? It got so outrageous in the best way. It got so fucking outrageous, bro. I
Right.
was like, this man. I'm trying to think, like, what was it? Because I know, like I said, I just watched it yesterday, well, last night, and it was like, oh, the Gwyneth Paltrow thing. Like, what?
That's
Am
what
I
that
missing
was?
something? That's what. Well, that was. I don't think that was her talking, but
Okay.
that was the
That's what
woman
she was like saying that she was supposed to
portraying.
be.
Yeah,
That's
but I was
crazy
like,
because
am I
I
missing
like her as
something?
an actress.
Yeah, I was like, does she do something I don't know about on the side? Because she was just
Right.
like bragging about herself so much. But
Yeah,
I've
that shit
never
was
seen
crazy.
her really. Honestly, I've never seen her outside the Marvel movies. Like,
Yeah,
as
that
far
was
as
a
like
fucked up
talking.
backstory.
Yeah, I was like, that. I was like, why they going in on this woman so much? I was like,
Right.
she must be doing shit outside like the movies that I don't know about.
I
Like I've
don't
never,
know.
because I've honestly never seen her talk. Like on interviews or nothing. I don't know what she like outside of Iron Man and Marvel movies. I do not know what she believes in, what she came from. Nothing. I don't know nothing about this movie. But that episode went in on her hard, in my opinion. Especially stuck to that fucking monster. But yeah, one of my favorite lines though was she said something about being about achieving her dreams, and Rick was like, every white woman think they could be
Right.
supposed to achieve their dreams or some shit like that. I said,
I thought
that's
that
why I
shit was
love
very
Rick.
fitting.
Me too. I said, I love Rick. He does not hold back on anybody. I said, thank you.
Oh shit, snipers.
Um, but yeah, that was so genius. Him, like eating the fortune cookies just to get powers, and then shooting the fortune cookies in all the guys' mouths, and not knowing what it was gonna become.
Right. That hey, I ain't gonna lie, that scene, that concept seemed cool when they were fighting.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was like very smart. And Jerry's just trying to have sex with his mom, and Rick saved his ass in the
Right.
very last second. It was about to happen too. It was so
I was
good.
like, oh my god, they're
It was
really
so
playing with the
goddamn it.
idea of Jerry, like
Doing this.
right.
I
I
say,
feel like this
damn it,
season,
bro.
I feel like this season has been nothing but horniness and lust.
Yes. Yes. And so we 5 for 5 for me. It has not been one episode I have not liked this season. This season.
Yeah.
And it's felt like this season they just like they just
They
found
just
their
exploring some ideas.
yeah, and it's working. The writing is fantastic. And then another thing that's great is that like it's like every episode is canon because he hasn't fixed the portal gun, so he has to be able to leave. He hasn't fixed the portal gun still.
Yep.
So every episode has been with the family.
We're on a singular path.
Yeah, I said this is fantastic. And people are pointing out too that Rick, in his own way, is showing that he does care about this family. That's what every episode has been doing. Like all the shit he did for Jerry last episode, yeah, he definitely like cares about his family more than he's has ever before. And I feel like this is what the season has been showing, that he's like just like let's think about it, like the second episode he went into that game to save Morty. The Space Beth and Beth thing, he didn't want to tell Jerry about the whole thing, and you know he destroyed the wine bottle at the end, so he's trying to stop that. The Night Film episode, it's like every episode he's been showing that he cares about the family he's with now.
That's good.
Which is good for his, it's good for his character, showing growth for his character. But it's funny because people are starting to believe, especially at the episode Sunday. I've seen people say that they feeling like this season is building up to like a twist because of how much he is showing that he cares about his family. So people thinking that
Oh Lord,
something's going to happen this season.
they think he's gonna like. I still feel like he's gonna use them all as bait to lure out Rick Prime.
That's the thing. They was like, it's written nice. Is he nicer because of his character growth, or is he planning something that he's finna do like later on? Because the thing about the Prime Rick, he doesn't care about nothing. like nothing or nobody. That's how they're making him to be. They don't give a fuck about nothing. And, you know, that already said in the first episode. He's like this guy truly does not give a shit. You know, that's what makes him Prime Rick.
Right.
So that's what makes this you know, the Rick that we've been following for every season different. Cause he does care.
Man.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna have to do that to talk about that even more still out there. I said the show, the writers doing a great job with just having stuff just like lingering around, but when they're ready to address it, they
got
will.
a good tip on some loot buried around
That's the Prime Rick is around
Let's
now.
secure the dig site.
Right.
Because another thing too, when I watched that first episode, you know how it ends with Prime Rick killing Jerry.
We got
Wait, say it again?
Jerry was like, the first episode of the season, when Prime Rick is talking to Jerry, the original, you know, Morty's original dad, at the end of the first episode, and you know Jerry, you know, Rick shoots him, right? Prime Rick shoots him, and Jerry was like, what did he say? He said, why are you here?
Yeah.
And then Rick says, he says, but I've been wondering the same thing. Right, and the episode goes off, right?
Right.
I think when he said that line, I think he's talking about, you know how like when Rick tried to fist a porta gun, but he made it to where every Rick and Morty went back to their original reality.
Yeah.
I think that's why he said that, because he went back to that reality and he didn't know why. On that first episode.
Yeah, I believe it too.
Yeah, that's why it transported him back to his original reality, and he did not know why it happened. That's why he said, I've been wondering the same thing. So we don't know where he was before he went there. You know, and plus Rick never did find him, so yeah.
Man. I have no idea what I expect by the end of the season. I'm just watching it all unfold.
That's the way we watch it. You know, the finale might be another fucking blow for our fucking minds finale.
Right. Let's see. Rick and Morty, The Last of Us.
Oh, and one more thing. Rick is also on Multiverses now.
Oh yeah.
I used him yet. I haven't on Multiverses.
Yeah, me neither. I really haven't even touched that game in like a minute, to be honest with you. Like, I have not had a want. I haven't had a want to touch that game. So.
Yeah, that's how it is.
But now, on to the most pressing thing that I it's like stupid, but expected all at once. Stadia dies. Stadia dies, and I heard they had a canceled Kojima game because this was single player. This is coming from Young Yea's YouTube channel when I seen the Kojima thing, because I was like, the fuck, because it's single player.
Great dummy.
Who the fuck decides these things? Like,
I'm glad it's
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it didn't really do me no favors. Like,
Google trying to enter the game industry, and them films I loved.
But you know, it's crazy because my brain is telling me like I will never invest in a Google product ever, because they could pull the cord on it at any time, and I really would hate that.
Yeah,
like, I think that is like the most horrid thing you could do to customers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it wasn't the system only streaming. You can stream
yeah, you
games.
can, like, you don't even own your game. That's what it was.
That's a fail.
Yeah,
that's a fail off rip.
And but the good thing is they at least are gonna refund people for buying the shit, paying for those games and whatnot. But you know, if you have a console, I don't know what else you can do on it besides play games. That's the crazy part. So like, if it has no the think about the Vita. The Vita, you can do way more than just play a fucking game.
Yeah, true.
But but you know, you can go online, you can go to YouTube, you can of course, you know, play a game that you owned, and what else? There's just so much that you can do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
the death of Stadia as a system is like like uh Young Ye said, it would die unceremoniously.
It don't.
So
Yeah. It don't make sense. And plus, I don't know. Like, it just seems like such a waste. Like,
it
who would?
is.
It seems like such a waste. I feel
It
like
is
they probably
very
wasted
much a
millions
waste.
of dollars too. Millions of dollars, man, hours, just fucking. That's a waste at Google. Like, why would y'all? I mean, it's not even the fact that why y'all trying to enter the game industry. I mean, I understand it. The game industry is $1 billion company. It's $1 billion worth, you know, right now. $1 billion investment, right? But
Yep.
you have to enter the industry knowing what fucking doing. Like, come on now, baby. We got the 3 heavy hitters: PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, right? They have all 3 of them in their own lanes. You need to figure out, if you're going to enter the game industry, figure out what makes all 3 of these companies work.
Right.
And not Xbox. Try to focus on PlayStation and Nintendo because the Xbox is falling off too, and nigga,
Yeah, I ain't
them
gonna lie.
niggas falling off, dog.
When I say that ship is sinking,
It's sinking
man.
bad. PlayStation and Nintendo. That's why I say follow them two. Either do like PlayStation is and just make great exclusives and also have third-party games, or do like Nintendo's doing and also make great exclusives, but kind of be like revolutionary with the handheld shit.
Right.
Like
I
that's
mean,
what Nintendo's doing.
I do want Nintendo to face some fucking competition. I don't know why, but I'm just like, bro, y'all can't be the
Nintendo
only
doesn't care.
family friendly fucking
Yeah. No,
gaming console makers out here. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta, man. Like you have to see what these companies are doing and try to either mimic that or
yeah,
do something to make it better. And Google Stadia was just no.
right,
It was just
yeah, nah. I mean,
I don't
gaming
know what
on
the
the
fuck they
go
was
has never,
thinking.
yeah, gaming on the go has never been a bad idea. It's just all in how you implement it. So
Oh,
I always feel like Stadia just like the way it rolled out seemed iffy and made me say, nah, I'm good. I'm great. And then again, they have a track record of all the shit that like Google has created and axed.
hmm.
Like someone has literally kept track of all of that shit. So,
Hmm.
um,
And
what
and,
else?
and, and even the promotion. I don't remember seeing the Google Stadia being promoted. Like even the marketing was fucking weird. I don't ever remember seeing no commercials, no
Mm-hmm.
ads for it.
I
I don't
seen
even know what this shit
commercials.
looked like.
Me neither.
I don't know what the Stadia. I don't even know what the system looks like, bruh. So I'm like, did Google even believe in it? That's
Yeah, I ain't
sad.
gonna
I
hold
don't
you.
know what the
I
Stadia
don't
look
remember what
like,
that shit
bro.
looks like.
I
And
don't. That's
and
sad.
the only commercials I've ever seen for it were
Power
when they
is
were
freedom,
advertising
and
games, not the
everybody's
system.
chasing it. From the
Yes, that's
biggest
sad.
cheeky moth
That
monster
is
to
trash.
the
They
lowest
should make me
space
feel like
pirate.
nobody actually owns one.
They don't.
They just wanted to put out marketing for something. It's almost like they wanted to waste the money.
Waste money and time. Like
And
I wish I was in Google's offices. Be like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing?
right.
It might look that way
What
from
is
the
this?
outside,
What is this
but they've
system?
got
You gonna
Streaming
walk in that
only?
bitch.
Like that's dumb.
You gonna walk in that
That's
bitch and
just
niggas gonna be at
survival.
the desk
A
chewing
meal
money
and a
like it's
bed that
fucking
don't come
lettuce.
at the end of a
Yeah,
blade.
right. Just
That's
fucking
freedom.
money to waste. They're like, what
Right.
can we do out of some money we have over here at Google? Oh, let's enter the game industry and see how this
Right.
works.
Look, I get it.
Let's like
Oh
all
my
streaming
god.
systems. Streaming is the shit, right? They do it with movies and TV shows. Let's
That's
do it with
like
games.
that's
Like,
why don't they got a
no.
phone out like
There's
a
no
Google
one to
phone or a
Yeah,
disappoint.
they
Microsoft
got a
phone?
phone out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
nah.
just want your money.
laptop.
That's why somebody had asked me this shit before I got my phone. They were like, "Oh, you gonna get one of those Google phones?" I said, "Fuck no."
Hell no. Hell no. Google. No. Let's say
Like,
Google. I feel like Google just has so much money to
Can't really
blow. They
blame 'em
just
for
do
not
shit.
wanting to discuss
They're
it.
just doing shit to see if it
Shame's
works.
a hard thing to shake.
that would be a terrible thing to
Harder
do.
if you have
That's
to
what I
carry it.
believe. Like you made a Stadia. I mean, you made a Google Stadia
That's
game
your
system
call,
for
sister.
what? Like, what's
I'm
the
just
point?
saying.
To
That's
do
almost
what?
like Amazon gaming when they wanted to get into the thing. I ain't heard shit about it since.
Mm-mm.
This was like
Because
this is like maybe 2-3 years ago now.
because I'm pretty sure entering the game industry is hard.
I don't
Even
think
I
it's
think
hard. You
even
should have a fucking plan for what you want to
yeah you
damn do.
right
You can
yeah exactly and
you can
they
either
don't.
support games by making your own system for people to play it on, or you can literally make
You know,
good games
I don't hear
and
that
go
That's
from
all
enough.
you
there.
gotta do.
So
Because even I think Apple was talking about it at some point, but I ain't heard nothing about that in a long time. Nothing even Netflix. I think was talking about it for a second. Ain't heard
hmm
nothing from them. Like because I'm
like
pretty sure behind the scenes
they was like, bro, this
they
don't
was
look
like
like it's
this.
gonna work.
Yeah, they probably thinking about doing it, and then they're like, "No, this ain't."
I did not have the
Right.
words.
And you know what
Just
else is
let
a waste of
PlayStation,
I will
Xbox,
not
and Nintendo have it.
apologize
you know what
as I
else is a waste
believe
of
the
time?
secrets of my old
What?
These
life
goddamn
are
remasters that
mine.
motherfuckers seem to think that motherfuckers want, that
Oh
motherfuckers don't really
man,
I
fucking want.
regret.
great transition.
I am
Great transition,
Like
afraid
man.
of my
I
cruelty.
hate this. I hate this so
Horizon
much.
Excited.
Zero Dawn. Are
People
you
Bro, let me
fucking
hold on. Let me tell you,
serious,
bro.
Sony?
Let me tell you. I
I thought I
opened
left
up
it
a web
behind,
browser on my phone.
but the
I was getting
old
ready to check some shit
Mithrax
for
is
work,
still within me.
and
Mm-hmm.
like
And
on
now
Google
he has
Chrome,
hurt my
when you
daughter.
click on like
I
the little thing that's supposed
have
like,
hurt
oh,
my
let's say I open
daughter.
up my phone right now. I see
Mm-hmm.
Google,
I must
I
set it
see
right.
search or type web address, and I see
I
like six
was
of the
a
most
killer,
frequented sites that I go to.
but I am a
If I
cure.
scroll
Mm-hmm.
up, it starts
I
giving me
will prove to
articles to
you
read. Like
which
one says
title
new
I
XP
deserve.
power glitch, how to get 16 plus solo farm fast and easy cheese. I actually might watch this a little later. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it shows me a whole bunch of fucking articles basically. When I saw that in a Horizon, I paused and I was like, oh shit, what are they doing? And then I read the whole title. I said, no, what the fuck?
Right, man.
Like, what is the purpose of
Like,
this?
come on, bro. Like, I don't know.
Is it,
That's what
you
I'm
know what?
saying.
I think they're doing this because they know there are no good games out on like new gen consoles.
But make something new. I don't want a fucking remake of Zero Horizon Zero Dawn. Who wants this? That game is not even that old. Nigga, listen. People just out here complaining about Last of Us remake. That game is almost 10 years old. Horizon Zero Dawn is like 5 years old. Why are we getting a remake of this? That doesn't make sense. This is where, and like, mind you, I do prefer PlayStation to everything, but I will call them on their bullshit. This is bullshit.
Yes.
Why are we getting a remake of Horizon Zero Dawn? We just got a sequel this year. Why are we getting a remake? This game is 5 years old, bro.
Yeah, like I
What
don't
is
understand
Sony
the purpose of it.
doing? Again, you're wasting resources. Do this with something else. I want new shit. I don't understand this, bro.
Yeah,
The only thing I can fathom with why this is coming out, because you know they're making a Horizon Zero Dawn show. Their show is being made, I think,
Oh,
either
that's
by
getting a show
Netflix.
too.
Yeah, Horizon. Yeah, because Horizon, they ain't God of War,
Wait, God
but
of
they
War
all
got a
getting.
show for the too?
If the
It's
seventh
supposed to be.
star
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where's that
Yeah.
still
game?
catches your
That's supposed to be on
eye,
Amazon Prime. Supposed to be on Prime
Oh,
Video.
the God of War series.
Uh-huh. That's supposed to be on Prime
Oh,
Video, and I
yeah,
think Horizon Zero Dawn supposed to be on
that
Netflix.
that is wonderful because because
And I
that
don't know
means
if it's
they're
supposed to
gonna
be
show all
the
the
recent.
blood and gore.
That's the thing. I don't know if it's gonna be the young Kratos or the old.
Yo, I
I don't
need
know
them
yet.
to. Yo, I don't care. They just need to. They just need to show the transition how this nigga got to the Norse mythology, and I will be
Yeah.
happy.
PlayStation is starting to make these exclusives like into shows and movies. That's why, like the Uncharted movie, right? But before that movie comes on, you already had the PlayStation like studio logo
Yeah.
pop up because this is like a real thing over there. Like they're making like all these IP, these first party IPs are getting show and movie treatments now. That's why Last of Us is getting a TV show. That's why Horizon getting one. That's why God of War is getting one. They're making shows of these franchises. But yeah, like mind you, I ain't heard nothing about the God of War Horizon Zero Dawn show. I just remember they talked about it as being made, but I ain't heard nothing since.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I can think about for Horizon Zero Dawn because they want to put out around the show. But I'm like, still, you don't have to, you don't have to put the shit out another game out because you're putting out a show.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean you don't have to do that.
It's like the niggas that play the game already are aware. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of get it. Like, you want to reach that audience that says, "Oh, this TV show looks pretty dope. Looks like it could be a video game," and then they randomly hear somebody say, "Oh yeah, it was a game. You should play it. They're making a remaster." Oh, okay, cool. I mean, it's residual. It's what I like to call residual revenue because, in my opinion, it don't feel like it gets them a lot. But at the same time, it's like,
I'm like, no, bro, no.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn TV show remake. No. I think that game looks good.
I'm good.
That shit crazy though. They said the only thing that's supposed to be like, that's like another added component is it's supposed to come with multiplayer. It's type of multiplayer or something.
Wait, what comes with multiplayer?
They said the Horizon Zero Dawn remake's supposed to have like a multiplayer on it. That's the only thing I saw. But I was I'll pay for that separately. It better come out. It better be standalone. I'll get it separate, yeah.
What the fuck could the multiplayer be in the first game?
In the first game, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
Unless they plan on doing what people said they should have did with Last of Us Part 2 and just integrated the two systems.
Yeah, true.
Like how they had like the fight mechanics and shit like that. Like,
but for Forbidden West was all around the better game than Zero Dawn. From combat to to everything. There was nothing better. There was nothing in Zero Dawn that was better than the Forbidden West. Nothing. Forbidden West was all around the better game. Like,
let's
all
just
around.
pour that real quick.
Was something in Zero Dawn better than Forbidden West? Like a gameplay mechanic? I
feel like the bows.
No.
I feel like the bows were a little bit better, just a little bit, because there are certain bows I don't fucking touch at all in that game.
Bows. That, oh man, that might be true. Now I think about it. Forbidden West, yeah, that's true. Some of the weapons in Forbidden West, some of them I didn't fuck with, I didn't touch.
And then the game seems heavily reliant on what the fuck you wear sometimes.
Forbidden West or Zero Dawn?
Forbidden West. Whereas not Forbidden West, Zero Dawn, you just wear whatever fuck you want to wear, or if you got the power armor, you wear the power armor.
Let's get you back out there.
Yeah, the power armor was definitely the go-to. Forbidden West didn't really have that armor in the sequel.
And I kind of wish it did, even though they turned it into a thing you can, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Even though they turned it into a thing you can, like, purchase, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but the perks with the armor, they turned that into a thing.
The best armor was in that arena.
Right, but what I'm saying is, from the first game, the best armor was the one with the shield. They turned the shield into a perk. That's what I was trying to say.
Yes, they did.
So, I mean, it's I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's good, but it's not good because it's on a time limit, and then you can only raise the bar if you like kill stuff. It's very do this to get that type stuff. I don't know how I feel
Yeah.
about that in games because to me it kind of screams fetch quest. So, but
Yeah. Yeah. Forbidden West, like I said, Forbidden West was a better game than Zero Dawn, but it's like I wish I knew behind the scenes like how Guerrilla Games feel about Forbidden West, how it's been treated this year, because I don't know. To me,
I would be mad, to be honest.
yeah, I don't feel like Forbidden West was treated as well as it should have been.
Yeah.
I think it was received well by critics and people.
Yeah, it was received well, but I feel like it came out at a
bad time.
Yeah.
It came out the week before Elden Ring. The week before.
And then the fact that Elden Ring made them change, the fact that Elden Ring made them changes, and basically said, "Hey, we're open world now." I know the developers at Guerrilla Games is like, "The fuck? What you mean?"
Well, bitch, ain't nothing. There ain't nothing new.
Right.
Our shit open world too.
Like, but we're a harder game.
Yeah. We're a Souls game.
Right.
That's what people love now.
Right.
Souls games.
Because it takes your soul.
Yeah, and people like tough games now.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of, like I said, I feel bad for Guerrilla, man, because Forbidden West, like I said, mostly all around is a hell of a game. It's a hell of a game. Like, you could tell they definitely put a lot of work in that motherfucker. And it's that, and it's the best game on the PS, the best game on the PS5, probably the best game on this gen so far.
Yeah.
And it was definitely an achievement, but it just, unfortunately, Elden Ring came out the week after, and just we saw what happened with that.
Fucked it all up.
Fucked it all up. I bet Guerrilla Games like fuck.
Right.
But I still want one more Horizon game. One more.
Oh yeah.
And then move on. One more. Move on to something else.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This week, I might have to put my focus all into.
You gotta be Horizon for God of War come out, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You guys, please.
I'm going to be trying.
You're not gonna go back to Horizon if you don't.
Yeah, I know. Let's see what else I got here. Remasters. Lastly, well, second to last, Jid.
Yes.
Jid. Where the fuck this nigga come from?
Jid has been signed to J. Cole for a couple of years. I started listening to him a couple of years ago. He dropped a mixtape called what's the album? I think it's the album called The Forever Story. He dropped this year. It was a mixtape came out that was something story, but it was called Forever Story.
That's what it's called. Because I remember seeing it.
Yeah. So I listened to him then, but I fell off of him for a little bit. But I always heard like verses from him because I know J. Cole put out, and his label put out like a little compilation project with everybody from his label. And I just remember G's verses just sticking out of me. Just shit that nigga was coming up to say, man. Great. But yeah, he dropped the album this year, and that song you heard was called Surround Sound with 21 Savage. Great fucking track.
That feels like my fucking theme song for everything I do.
It's great, man. It's great, bro. That sample, yeah, it's and I highly recommend you listen to that album, bro.
For the Forever Story?
Yeah, because that's not even my favorite track on that album. I love that track.
I love his hook.
Yeah, Jid can rap, man. Jid can fucking rap, bro. Jid can fucking rap his ass off, man.
Like that just
another underrated artist, man.
Yes.
Let me see, let me go to the album real quick. Yeah, it's called A Forever Story.
Is that song on that album, or that was just a single? Oh man.
But yeah, I'm looking at the trailers for this album, my nigga. That's not one song I do not like. Every song in this bitch is fire, bro. Great project. The beats, the lyrics, the hooks, the features. Man, fire, bro. I think it's his first album too. And
Hey, that's pretty dope.
yeah, Jid put out a man. I don't like throwing the word classic around this motherfucker, but less on time pass, that shit gonna be a classic, man. That album is fantastic, bro.
Alright, well.
Fantastic. Jid. I hope he stays around for a long time, and yeah, fire.
You have to watch his career with great interest.
This nigga, he even got fucking Wayne on this motherfucker, nigga, on his first album, bro.
Yeah, it's like
And that's
made
one
it
of my
right
favorite. Yeah. Also, too, real quick, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Did he do something stupid?
No, he did nothing stupid. I've just been going through his music recently because I got on Apple Music one day and it was his birthday, right? And that nigga turned 40. He's 40 now.
Oh,
so I was
shit.
like, oh shit, it's like Lil Wayne 40 years old. I was like, oh shit. So I saw they had put it on Apple Music. It was one day last week. And I saw that and I just been listening to Wayne mostly more last week than this week, but last week I was really focused on just listening to Wayne music. It's going through his, just going through his shit.
Right.
And yeah, Wayne is definitely one of the greatest of all time, bro. One of the greatest. Like, I know people have already been saying that, and I'm not saying nothing like I didn't have no epiphany. It just reminded me that like Wayne has like been doing this for a long time, and like the shit that he be saying, man, like the nigga has mastered the craft of rapping. I mean, mastered it, bro. Like, even still on people's shit today. Like, you want to talk about relevant? Like, the nigga was on Jid Project and DJ Khaled Project. And they came out the same day this year. Like, Wayne has not fallen off. I don't know if he ever did fall off. Wayne is just different. That nigga's an alien, as he proclaimed. You know, albums ago, I think on Carter 3. Like, that nigga's an alien, bro. Wayne.
That's funny because I thought people would have called him the devil.
For real?
Yeah, because I think 2 Chainz had a song where he called that nigga. He said something about this nigga in a pitchfork, and I felt like he was talking about Wayne, and I was like, that's kind of dope. I feel like it was more like a shouting out thing. It wasn't like a diss or that. So
yeah. Cause you know Wayne and 2 Chainz made an album together too.
Right. It was on that song. Damn. He was talking about selling crack. Freebase. That's what it's called.
Freebase.
It was on that song Freebase. But
but Wayne definitely what they say does like deserve his flowers. Like Wayne is just, like I said, one of the greatest, man. I would just listen to his shit. I went to like Carter, like 1, 2, and 3. Went to like just going through them projects. Like even Carter 4. I went back to Carter 4, and I ain't went back to that motherfucker in years. I went back to Carter 4. Remember how great that album was. A little bit of Carter 5. I even went back and listened to, like, the last album he put out was an album called Funeral. It came out 2020.
I remember that because I think I listened to that and there are some good ass beats on that motherfucker.
I went back to that project because I don't think I never really did like give that project its like.
Bruh, I listen to that bitch like every time I get in the car and I'm just like rolling by myself. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I like leaving work. Sometimes I like leaving work like a complete nigga, so I will roll my windows down and crank my music up.
Yeah, I do the same shit. Yeah, but yeah, Wayne. Yeah, cause I never did really listen to Funeral like that. I never did. Like I listened to it, but I didn't really listen to it. So I was really listening to Funeral. I was like, let me go back and listen to this project. I never really did. And that's album long as fuck too. That's another thing.
Oh yeah, it really is. Like,
it's long as hell.
But luckily for him, like I said, all them songs are pretty good.
I was barely skipping tracks. It probably was like maybe 1 or 2 on one film. But the rest of it, I was like, yeah, Wayne, who was rapping as a fucking teenager, is still saying the shit that he's saying.
Oh man.
That is crazy. And the fact they say that, you know, they say what's the thing that say he never writes shit down? He just says shit from his mind.
Yeah, I'm not saying it can't be done, but you know, I would believe it with him. Shit.
Yeah, they say that's what everybody say. Every time I watch a video with him in it or say or just see something, they say he doesn't write nothing down. He just spits it from his dome, bro. From the top of his head, off his dome. I said that's something. that is something. But yeah, Wayne, yeah. So Wayne, definitely, man. Like I said, if you make another album, we'll see. I'll be interested to see what his project. Like
My tank is restless. Do what you came for.
Yeah.
Fight well or die quickly.
Moving on to the last subject, movies. I just seen the preview for this Michael Myers movie, and it makes me realize how much respect they need to put on Freddy and Jason, because this nigga has been getting all the shine for like the last 5 years now, and I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of feel the same way that these characters in this movie feel, because one of the lines that one of the ladies in the movie said was, "Oh, I think you just want to die, like you just have a death wish or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of believe that too." Because this chick here is like, she waiting for her brother. Right? She waiting for her brother. She want to kill him. And every time she thinks she done killed him, she ain't. And I'm just like, yo, how hard do you have to work to kill this man? Like,
so have you seen all these movies?
I saw, I want to say the last two, but I didn't see the one that initially kicked off like his revitalization. I think I wanted to, but life.
Okay. So Michael Myers, that's what this is based off.
Yeah, that's what all these movies are based off of.
It's off of him. So is this movie just? I don't think I've ever.
I mean, it takes place. It's all one. What's the word? It's all connected because you know the woman who plays his sister, she old as fuck right now, and she still playing that role. She's just a lot more serious about wanting to fuck him up.
So, what's his origin?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if something happened to him as a kid, but like he was always a little weird, and even as a kid, I think he killed somebody, and then as an adult, he just became a killer. I'm not really too familiar with. I know his backstory, but I don't know what to explain it. That's the thing. It's one of those things where like you know the backstory, but you just don't know what to explain it. That and the fact that I'm shooting shit for my life right now.
So. Is it supernatural? Is this nigga supernatural?
Yes, in a way, because this man, every time they try to fucking shoot this man, every time they try to punch him, whatever. First of all, you can't fight him. He's like a strong retard.
Yeah, I would never try to fight him. Never.
Yeah, like if you try to fight him, that man, he's one of them characters that if he smacks you, he's gonna turn your whole head around.
Yeah. I figured that because he's the guy that wears like the white mask, right?
Yeah.
So every movie they try to kill this. So okay, what makes him come around? Like what brings him out?
He be wanting to kill his sister. So
his sister, which is the woman that's old now.
Yes. I don't remember why he wants to kill his sister, but I just know that he wants that bitch dead, and I'm just like, bro, why? Like,
okay, so he wants
just make peace.
So he wants her dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I see every movie she survived, but I know these are horror movies, so people have to down these.
Oh man, everybody else been dying. She lost her sister in the last one. I mean, not sister, her daughter at the end of the last one.
Her daughter.
Yes, bro. This man killed his. I said to myself, damn, bro, you really don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck. What'd he do? How you
Man,
do it?
so they when they thought they had killed him or whatever,
Imagine
uh,
if they fought because you gave
she
them a
went
hope.
back to the house that like they stayed in as children,
Mm.
him and his sister, and so she was looking out the window, and this nigga happened to be in the fucking house.
My champions are
And if
ready,
I remember
Kaido.
correctly, I don't
Is
know if he stabbed
yours?
the shit out of her or if he like just twisted her neck or whatever the case may be. But either way, I know she was dead.
Okay, let me ask this. 'Cause I know it's horrible, so I know a lot of people be dying on this motherfucker. So what would making him go around killing other people that's not his sister? Like, did he begin his way?
Yes, that'd be exactly it. I'm pretty sure it's like when they want to like pose a threat to him, like they when they pose a threat to him, like keeping him from getting what he wants. That's when he's like, okay, fuck all y'all, I'm finna kill y'all. But I'm pretty sure if you just leave him the fuck alone, I think it's like the Kratos rule. You know, Kratos won't kill you if you stay the fuck out his way. But you try to be in his way, well, now he got to slide you.
Yeah, young Kratos.
Yeah.
Young Kratos, definitely. Yeah, that's
that. Old Kratos is like, leave me the fuck alone, or I will kill you.
Alright, leave me alone, I will kill you. Kratos just stay out my way, and I won't kill you.
Right.
And old Kratos is like, leave me alone, I won't kill you.
So, but Michael Myers, he's like a...
Your champion fought with honor.
Has this nigga ever been on Mortal Kombat?
That's a good question.
Cause I promise you, if they make another Mortal Kombat, which I'm pretty sure they are,
yeah,
I would love to see Michael Myers make a guest appearance.
Cause he doesn't talk.
Yeah, he don't talk. That would be, that's probably why he ain't been on that pitch, cause he don't talk. Can you imagine what that dialogue would be if he fights Johnny Cage? So, where you from? Ooh, the silent treatment. Okay, I guess I gotta beat it out of you. Round 1. Fight. Like, that shit. I can only imagine what his fatalities would be. They would of course have to be shit from like the movies.
So is it possible to kill this motherfucker?
I don't fucking know.
Like
that's the sad part. I don't know. Like, if like I've literally seen his character take like a shotgun shell to the chest, pellets, bro. Like, the only thing I've never seen anybody try to do is physically run up and stab this man. And you know, the only reason why I feel like they can't is because, of course, he's not gonna let you stab him. He's just supernaturally strong. He kind of has that Jason thing going on where like you could be running from him, lose him, and then they could be behind you, and you're like, what the fuck? So.
He's one of those.
Yeah. Every time I watch these horror movies, it just feels like I'm watching other people play Dead by Daylight. So,
that's funny.
Let's just be in this bitch like, what were y'all thinking? Just leave well enough alone. Side note, I saw Hocus Pocus 2.
So I saw old girl in my job was talking about that today.
It's
I heard it wasn't good. Well, she said it wasn't. She told me that she heard it wasn't good. So that's what made and she said that's why she didn't watch it, because she heard it wasn't good. I was like, watch it for yourself. Watch it for you. That's why I be trying to tell people. Watch it for yourself.
Like I seen it and it wasn't like the storyline. That shit had the potential to become real dark real fast. But
it's a Disney movie.
Yes.
It's a Disney movie.
Cause my first thought was like something happened. I don't want to spoil it, but something happened in that movie because of a character, and my first thought was, oh shit. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. It was just the fact that, you know, shit could have been worse than what it was, and that this character caused this. My brain was just like, oh shit. So
you know, people well, like last week or week before last, like people, so they talked about Hocus Pocus 2 at my job, and and me and I think Andrew, have never seen it. And
Really?
they are the female. Yep, that's what they said.
Hey,
All the
yo,
females at my job was like, "You never seen the first Hocus Pocus?" I'm
what
like,
you call it?
"The fuck? No."
Essence asked me that shit the other day. She said, "Have I seen the first one?" And I was like, "I've seen it," but I had to tell her, I was like, "This is this movie with what's that nigga name? Johnny Depp is Edward Scissorhands, right?"
Yeah.
So I think those are two different movies now that I think about it. But she was like, she told me to say, "I don't remember. I just want to know if you've seen it or whatnot." And I was like, "Yeah, but you know, don't expect me to like remember, you know, like key details." Oh, not okay. Whew. Thought I was gonna fall to my death. But yeah, I remember the first one.
They were surprised. I was like, "You've never seen Hocus Pocus?"
I don't know why.
Like,
I don't know why
no.
anybody. I don't know why anybody would fucking be surprised that someone hasn't seen that movie. Like, at this point in time, the only people that watch Disney are people who want a dream and people who want to believe the dream. Well, when it comes to movies like that, not like everything Disney does, but when it comes to those movies, the only two people that watch that are people that want a dream and people that still believe the dream.
The first one came out in 1993.
Yeah, they even mention that too. They like reference that movie.
Yeah, I know it's the same three women. Like, I've seen these three women. I just never seen.
I need to understand how the fuck these bitches look the same. That was the one.
Yeah,
that was my one takeaway, because I was like, "Yo, these bitches don't look like that."
Yeah, that's why they was all still alive. I said, "Oh shit, all three of them still alive." I said, "Okay."
Right.
After all these years.
And I realized
that's
why.
like a 30-year later fucking
Yes.
sequel.
And the crazy part to me was I was watching the movie and I kept thinking to myself, like, did they know they were going to end up doing this 30 years later?
No.
Like, they had to use some sort of de-aging technology or something, because it was just too good in terms of like their appearance and whatnot. And then the other thing was, and I'm glad they didn't focus too much on it, because I would have checked out of the movie if they had, but I do not like movies that turn into musicals. And
oh yeah, they did say
yeah,
also it's a musical.
Yeah, that movie damn near cut it close. It had like maybe one or two scenes, but it was funny. I respect it because they addressed that too. The main characters are like three girls, right?
Yeah,
So when these witches appear, they start singing and shit, and the girls are looking like, who are they performing for? And I said to myself, yo, I've been wondering the same thing.
That's funny.
As I do, Guardian.
So,
well, what's well, they said, what's that the girl in my job, Savannah, said she liked it, but I don't trust her.
The white girl?
Yeah,
bro, yeah, nah.
I don't trust her.
She made it when it comes to movies.
What you've done.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
She watched you cut through
not for her track record, but
Oryx, Omnigor.
But yeah, Hocus Pocus 2, a 30-year later fucking sequel. That's what I'm like. It's Disney. When I hear about shit like that, I be like, yo, is Disney running out of ideas? What has happened? This movie really need a sequel, bro.
I feel like they are running out of ideas.
30 years later.
Jason? Yeah, I feel like they're running out of ideas very bad, because first of all,
who makes a sequel to something that's 30 fucking years old?
I'm telling you, bro, it's the don't get me wrong, bro, it's the female agenda. Because this movie is definitely, in my opinion, female centric. It's not as egregious. It's not as egregious as anything that I've seen before. Like what's going on with Marvel right now and how they're more or less putting shit. Yeah,
I gotta talk about that real quick.
Yeah, it's not like that, because Marvel putting out all these female characters, And it's crazy because I be having this conversation with Essence all the time. I be like, yo, I don't mind female lead heroes, but you got to do it correctly. You have to do it correctly. When you just put shit out to put shit out, it's not. I don't know. It's just not. It's not.
Dude, bro, you can make a female-led movie or show. Just make sure it's good. Like that's all I ask. You can make it good.
Right.
I don't think that's not tough, man. But yeah. So, wait. One more thing about Hocus Pocus. Did you go back and watch the first one before you watched the second one? Or you
Nope.
watched the second one?
I just watched the second one. I didn't feel like I needed to be honest.
You probably don't. That shit, man, the movie fucking 30 years old.
Right. Like, I ain't gonna lie though. The thought did cross my mind because I was like, do I want to watch the first one? But then I was like, a movie in the 90s is like, it's like a food that you want to eat, but you only want to eat that bitch once. So,
90s movies, it gotta be a classic. That shit from the 90s. It gotta be something that people loved, or it's a classic like Die Hard or Predator or something. That, Jurassic Park, like a classic. But no. But yeah, all them women, all them girls at my job was like, you never seen Hocus Pocus? I want to say hell no, bitch. I ain't never. Wait, you think I'm seeing it? Not in the movies that I've mentioned that them women at my job have not seen.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I used to catch this same flack for the conversation about when people ask me. There's a game people used to ask me if I played, and when I tell them no, they'd be like, what? Oh, Link, Zelda. Niggas would ask me, have I played Zelda? And I'd be like, nah, I ain't played Zelda. And they look at me like a fucking fool, but then when I ask them, oh, you play Crash Bandicoot? Who the fuck is that? Nigga.
See what I'm saying? I hate when people get it. Like, I hate that, man.
Right.
Like, people want to get up me with Hocus Pocus, but you ain't never seen Jurassic Park. Like, if you don't get the fuck out my face, I'll be like, bitch, Jurassic Park is, I know it's way more popular than the fucking Hocus Pocus. I know it is. They still make a Jurassic Park to this day.
Bro, they didn't even put Hocus Pocus out in actual movie theaters. The fuck? That shit stayed on Disney. That shit was made on Disney and stayed on Disney.
Exactly. Thank you. I be naming fucking 90s classics. I be like, you ever seen this? No. Yo, why the fuck you jumping in my mouth about some fucking
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I would literally tell somebody at work to shut the fuck up if I ever get into a conversation like that, and they be like, oh, did you see Jurassic Park? Like, no.
I ain't never seen Jurassic Park. I ain't never seen, like I said, Predator. Ain't never seen that one Predator movie. Ain't never seen, what's another 90s classic? Die Hard.
Alien. Die Hard? Oh,
the
no.
First Die Hard.
I got to slide them, bro. Lethal Weapon at least. God damn.
Lethal Weapon. That's what I'm saying. But you want to fucking Hocus Pocus?
Man.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's a fucking movie about them three witches, right?
Yes. And all they want to do is steal children's souls so that they can live forever past the break of dawn. You know that movie. You know that movie sounds like. That shit sounds like that shit sounds like a cry from elderly women trying to recapture their their young days.
Hash Ladoon is dead.
No, for real. That's kind of how it comes off as.
But Hash Ladoon's presence
The remake,
is
not
no
the actual like first one. The first one
The Hive
is
must have grander
pretty
ambitions
solid.
for the pyramid's influence.
The idea of it being Halloween and witches trying to stay alive longer, and they need children's souls. I could get behind that one time, but like, to do it again is like, y'all pushing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you, man, I remember I watched Jurassic Park. It was it wasn't even this year. I think it was last year. I just watched it because it was on, and I was just watching. I was like, yo, this movie is fucking it's still fucking good. Like, that movie is fucking fantastic, bro. Yeah. Even to this day, that movie is it's just the way it was done. Like, it was just really, really well done of a film. And in my
I
opinion,
mean,
it's still the best Jurassic Park movie out of all of them.
the first one.
But that first one to me.
I really don't even. You know, it's crazy though. I don't really like the series like that. Like I respect
That's
it.
another thing too. I don't. I'm not the biggest Jurassic Park fan. I've
Yeah, like
seen them
it's not. It's
all,
I don't
but
see a commercial for Jurassic Park and be like, oh my
yeah,
god.
I'd be
Like,
like, I
nah.
gotta see this movie. Nigga, the Jurassic World movie that came out this year, I still have not seen.
Oh yeah, nah, I haven't seen it either. I'll be
That's what I'm
watching that
saying.
bitch when it comes to TV or HBO
You're
Max,
right. Yeah,
whichever
exactly.
happens first.
Whatever
Yo,
happens first.
there
I'm out.
was something on. There's a movie that had recently came out. I can't think of the name. Oh, nigga, Morbius is on Netflix. Morbius is on Netflix, and I'm not like Chad. I need y'all to understand. I'm not saying that
Because it's
as
great.
like because I'm excited. Yeah.
You're
I'm
saying it just
saying
to let
that
everybody
because
know.
yes, I'm saying that because it's like, how low can you go?
Right. That is kind of sad. You think about it. They movies on
Oh my
Netflix, bro.
gosh! And I ain't gonna hold you. Sometime this week, I plan on watching that bitch.
I must
Cause
give that
I need
motherfucker
to
a chance
know.
myself.
I need to know what made this bitch so fucking terrible that
Oh, you
Netflix
never
had.
saw it?
No.
Why did I think you saw that shit?
No. I
Oh
wanted to
shit.
see it. I wanted to see it so bad because I was like, bro, this might actually be a good movie. Then I started seeing reviews and shit. I
But
said,
they trashed that shit, boy. They
oh.
trashed that shit so
Man, they
bad.
stuffed that motherfucker in a locker and threw away the lock.
Nigga, that shit was
Like,
hated by critics and people from what I saw.
that shit. You know, it's crazy. Like, I be real life trying to understand, like, if critics like a movie, but audiences don't, and or audiences like a movie and critics don't. I real life be trying to sit and
She'll
understand.
be
Okay, why
desperate
did
to prove
critics
herself.
like it? Why didn't audience viewers like it? Or
Yeah.
why did audience viewers like it? Why didn't critics like it? Because we're all pretty much the same people.
Lots of movement here.
Like, I be trying to
Yes.
think, like, were y'all trying to, did y'all want this bitch to meet, like, some sort of criteria that y'all had said? Like, what's up?
It is kind of weird. Like it's kind of weird when that does happen. Like either like you go around Tomatoes, it be movies that like they're critically bombed, but audience is like an 80 or a 90. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So it is
that
that is kind of weird. That does happen.
shit
But
is like beyond wild to me.
yeah, but yeah, I guess I'll watch it one good time myself.
Yeah, please do.
Just see how I feel about it.
Cause man,
Fallen raiding party ahead.
Yeah.
They don't seem thrilled
Speaking
about
of,
Dopest's presence.
I know this ain't. Well, I know Morbius is Marvel, but it's not MCU Marvel. I watched Love and Thunder again.
who?
The worst Love and Thunder. I watched. It's on Disney Plus now.
Oh, okay.
And, I watched it again, and
Uh-oh. You ain't like it, did you?
I watched it. Because this was my second time.
Okay.
Second time I watched it in theaters. The first time I watched it at home. Second time I watched it at home. This movie,
It just got exponentially worse.
yeah, it's yeah. I don't care for that. I watched it the second time, and I watched it, and again, like I went into it this time, not even thinking about like what people were saying about it. I just went into it like, okay, let's see how like I feel like watching it a second time, knowing how it is. Like knowing this time I went into it knowing how silly it was, like it was gonna be. And I went into it and I was like, no.
Yeah, man.
And I don't think the movie is trash. I don't think it's trash.
It's not trash. It's just not good enough.
It's not good.
It's not
I'm reading
the quality
signatures in a
that
facility up
it
ahead.
should be.
It's not Ragnarok.
It feels like a trap.
The Ragnarok still Thor's best movie to me, but it's like Love and Thunder. It's like I don't know what they were thinking when they were making it. It's kind of weird. Like it's so weird. It was so weird watching that movie a second time because I was like, and things about it I do like, it's just like, but I'm like, I don't know if they gave Taika Waititi just
Too much freedom.
yeah.
Yo,
I don't know what it was.
I think Taika Waititi is the movie version of Kojima, bro.
Not the movie version of Kojima.
That shit just hit me, bro. Like, I think he's the movie version of Kojima. Like, he just wants to have complete autonomy over everything he does.
Yeah,
and nobody's brave enough to tell him stop it. Stop it now.
Yeah. Like, clearly, and like I said, I completely understand why Marvel brought him back for Love and Thunder, because everybody loved the ride. That's what Marvel does. If everybody loves the movie that the director did, they're gonna bring him back again. They're like, oh, they loved what you did on this. They was like, so it is, come back. And it's like, for again, Rad and Raw, I've watched that so many times. I love that movie. Perfect. It's damn near perfect.
That's Nabota.
I watched Love and Thunder the second time, and I liked it even worse. The second time, I was like, it's like that movie is just, it feels rushed. It feels.
It definitely feels incomplete.
It does. It feels like so much was taken out. It feels, because Christian Bale actually came out and said that a lot of his scenes as gore was taken out the film.
Really?
And I don't know why. Like, because it's crazy, because he's like the best part of the movie.
Yes,
it's
really
every
is.
scene with him in it was great. It changes the whole vibe of the film when every time he shows up.
Yeah.
But it's the vibe that I like to see, because it felt serious every time he showed up. Outside of him, the movie doesn't feel serious at all. At all, bro. Like, even with, I watched the second time, like, even the kids being kidnapped, right? These kids are being kidnapped by some man that can easily just kill them if he wants. And four of them are taking that serious. They're not taking it serious that there are kids that are taken away from Earth.
Well, I mean,
by this man. They took it kind of.
They weren't taking it serious, but part of my brain is like, is an Asgardian kid the same as a human kid? Because you gotta think, Thor is strong as fuck. So, in my mind, I'm thinking all Asgardians are like this. But that may not be true. And if it's not true, that's kind of scary to think about, because, I don't know, I mean...
Yeah. And then watch the second time and realize too, like, this movie, it's like that movie was made for children.
Oh yeah, the ending, yeah, I didn't like the third act, but all movies, to some degree, with children in it, like all third act movies like that, because Shazam kind of did the same thing, which made me feel like, like it
Shazam?
really made, yes, because remember at the end of Shazam, the way they won was he shared the power with them. And I'm just like, wow.
But to me, Shazam, with that, I don't know. That makes sense. Love and Thunder, when Thor did what he did, I guess I was like, okay, he just give all the kids power. Man, mind you, the scene was fine.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I didn't like that as an ending though. I kind of wanted to be a little bit more serious. Which is why
that's what everybody says. That's what's wrong with Love and Thunder. It's not a serious. That's the problem. And I don't know why Marvel.
I mean, I was expecting. Come on now, you call somebody Gore the God Butcher. You're expecting a serious tale.
Yeah.
I'm expecting literal God of War vibes. Yeah.
He didn't butcher any gods after the beginning of the movie. That's also the problem.
Yeah, they didn't show that on screen. I mean, on screen.
They didn't show him butcher gods. I'm like, why did y'all do this to Christian Bale like this?
Right, yeah, like y'all wasted this man's talent.
Yeah, and like I said, what's the girl name? Jane. I didn't mind her in the movie. Yeah, I didn't mind
her shit was probably the closest that movie came to being serious.
Yeah, her with cancer and her dealing with that and her being Mighty Thor. I didn't mind that. That was cool. I didn't mind that. But The movie just has this tone to just not being serious. It's like they really try to make this movie funny more than anything, and I'm like, no. Even like the screaming goats, the first time it's funny,
Oh
but
my
when
god.
that shit kept doing it, I was like, yo, what is happening, bro? It's like, no, it's not funny the fifth, sixth time.
That shit would come in out of nowhere, and my head would be like, the fuck?
Yeah, what is happening? Like, no. I'm just gonna have to say they gave Taika Waititi just full power, and it was like, go ahead, make another one.
And that's exactly why I feel like that nigga is the Kojima
And don't make it connected
movies.
to the MCU at all.
Oh,
Just make it a Thor solo adventure. Have the Guardians in it for like the first 5 minutes.
and they do call it that, a classic Thor adventure.
Classic Thor adventure. Oh, like, and it was also weird too. And I really noticed this the second time. You can clearly tell that James Gunn had nothing to do with the Guardians in this movie. The Guardians in this movie even fell off to me.
Damn.
They do not feel like themselves, man. They feel like different people. And that's so crazy to say because they played these characters multiple times, but in that Love and Thunder, you can tell they do not. They just don't feel the same. They don't feel the same.
No, I actually feel like the Guardians were true to who they are.
But
as individuals.
how can I say this? It's like they were the Guardians, but you could tell James Gunn didn't do nothing with them. They was Taika Waititi's Guardians, and he did the movie. Like, you can tell, man, because I love the Guardian movie. You know me, I love Guardians 1 and 2. I watched them movies multiple times.
Yeah, I'm so surprised by that.
Yeah, I really like those movies, and watching them in Love and Thunder, the 5 minutes they're on the screen, they don't feel all the way like themselves. No, like they feel fine. But you can tell Taika Waititi wrote these lines, and it's like they didn't even know what to do with these characters. That's why they got them the fuck out of there so quick,
Right?
because they didn't know what to do with them. You know, so because even Mantis, like what I wanted the second time, I didn't realize Mantis doesn't have a line in the movie, bro, but she's there.
For real? She said something, bro. You know how, bro. She said this the last time. She said something, bro. She said something because she said she said something about killing them fucking goats.
That was Nebula, not Mantis.
Oh,
I said Mantis. Mantis is have a line in the film, bro. I refuse
to believe this.
I noticed it the second time I watched it. Watch it again on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. Watch it again at home and watch the movie for a second time, and you're gonna see she does not have a line in the whole movie of Love and Thunder. I said, what? I know at the same time I watched, I was like, that's how I know Taika Waititi didn't know what the fuck to write for her. He probably didn't know what to say. This nigga probably even seen none of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, knowing him. He probably didn't know what to write for this woman.
Damn.
She didn't say a line, bro. Nebula did, Star-Lord did, Drax. I don't remember
Drax had lines. Don't even do that. Drax had lines, bro.
He did, but they wasn't. They wasn't memorable. Who else? And well, Coach Scorpion was the most out there, but let's see, Star-Lord, Groot, Groot's being Groot. Rocket, Rocket had lines. Rocket felt like Rocket. He did feel like Rocket, but yeah, that's it. Because you remember too, you know, wasn't the original plan was that like Guardians 3 was supposed to be before Thor: Love and Thunder, but they got switched because
I think so.
I think that was the original plan, but they got switched because James Gunn got kicked out because that whole debacle with him.
Only for them to bring him right back.
Yeah, so now Guardians 3 come out after Love. The Guardians 3 was supposed to be out. How that was going. But yeah, it's like Love and Thunder, the Guardians there for like 5 minutes. But yeah, so yeah, watch Love and Thunder again, man. Realize that movie's fine.
Yeah, it's not as good. I mean, the real question is, did it do good in the box office? because none of what you say is gonna matter if Disney feels like, oh, well, it did good, so we can give other motherfuckers 4 movies now.
I don't know how much money they gave me. I did see a report the other day that Taika Waititi's not going to make a 5th Thor. Like he's not going to make another Thor movie. I heard
That's
he's
good.
out. Yeah.
That's good.
So I think Marvel had to see how Love and Thunder was received for them to be like, okay, you can't do another one. When we make a 5th Thor movie, it ain't gonna be you.
Right.
Give me a serious one. Like, Ragnarok was the perfect balance.
But it was. I feel like I really feel like they didn't have no writers in the room. That's what I feel like. They really didn't have no writers in the room. They just freeballed everything.
Yeah, Love and Thunder does so. Yeah, that's the way it feels. That's the way it feels. Freeball, like it feels like they just made it just because. Just see how.
Right.
Just see how. Like it's not even Thor addressing like nothing he's been through. He's obviously lost the most out of everybody we've seen.
And it's crazy because the parts that are funny, are funny, but like the parts where they're supposed to be serious is like, what happened?
Unless Christian Bale was on the screen, then it was great.
Right. So.
But he's on the screen so few times, and you know.
Yeah. What now for the moments you've really been waiting for. Black Panther. The official trailer? I thought the trailer that we saw before was official too. Or is this just the second trailer?
The first one.
So this is
just a teaser.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's a good ass, that's a long ass teaser shit.
But this was the official that this month. And another fun fact, comes out the same week as God of War.
Yeah, I was telling my barber about that shit. I said, yeah, them niggas got another thing coming to them. They think they gonna see me for 3 days that week.
I think I'm going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I am not coming. But God of War Wednesday, Thursday, Black Panther Friday or Saturday, whenever I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see that movie first week. I'm gonna see that movie first week, but yeah. Black Panther will come forever, man. Official trailer came out, and again another fantastic trailer. Again, this movie, this trailer is given serious tones, and that's what I like to see because I'm getting to the point now. I'm tired of Marvel trying to be funny.
Trying to be funny. I'm getting sick of that. I want them to get back to more serious. Yeah, nah, they have to though because, well, okay, I see what you're saying.
You can tell a joke.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
You can tell a joke.
Nah, you're right. Because I was gonna say, bro, you know, this is Disney we're talking about, right?
I know, but Marvel also made Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War.
No, that was the Russo brothers. That was the Russo brothers.
I know, but they're showing that Disney can make a serious tone Marvel film with jokes. You can do it. That's what I like. My favorite MCU movies are the serious movies with jokes.
That's because we're adults, bro. Think back to like the first Iron Man. Think back to them first Phase 1 movies.
So who you think they're making them? Who you think they're making them for now? Kids?
Yes, exactly.
Now?
Kids
now?
Kids and to appease women. And I know that you're right. Yep.
So the audience who went to go see Endgame, that's the
they still loved it. But after that, everybody's probably gonna be. After that, everybody's really thinking, oh well, you know, it's all downhill from here.
People are saying that about Marvel now because if that's who they're trying to cater to. That's what people say Marvel's on a downhill slope.
Right.
I'm thinking people are saying it because they're not making serious films. The last series, after Endgame, serious. What was the last like serious Marvel film? I mean,
The last serious Marvel movie after
Cause Spider-Man No Way Home was serious, but mostly
I
it
would
wasn't.
still, yeah, I would say that.
That was serious, yeah. But that's also people's. If you ask people, what's their favorite film in this phase? Most people gonna say No Way Home.
Oh yeah,
And nobody's out here saying Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Widow, Eternals. Some people say Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was serious to me.
It was
I
a
felt
serious,
like-
it was serious tone.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
That's what Marvel needs to realize. Their best movies are serious tones with light jokes. That's the perfect picture. That's what Ragnarok was. Serious tone, light jokes. When you make the jokes match the serious tone, it doesn't work. Or you make the jokes over the serious tone, it doesn't work. You need, like, come on. Like, you gotta make serious, and that's why Black Panther looks like a serious tone.
oh yeah. I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's gonna have, like,
for those characters, but you gotta think Black Panther was never not serious, so you can't just all of a sudden change that. Thor was like a lovable idiot.
True, that's true. The first Black Panther is a serious tone movie with like jokes. So that's the Marvel I love to see. Like yeah, that's more like to see. Even with Guardians, like Guardians of the Galaxy, especially the first one. The first one is a serious. It's a serious movie, but it's funny. But but the joke, at least the jokes land. So the other two. If you make a joke in these movies, they have to land. They have to be funny. Once you're trying to be funny and it's not funny, then it's like, okay, now what the fuck are we doing? So, but yeah, Black Panther seems like a serious tone. The Secret Invasion seems like a serious tone show. That's what I want. I'm tired of these Marvel TV Plus shows.
I'm pretty sure Secret Invasion is gonna be serious too.
Yeah, I'm gonna love it. And if it is, I'm gonna love it.
Like I still gotta go back and catch up on She-Hulk, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be a lackluster experience.
You saw the episode 4?
Yep.
Episode 7 came out.
Like it's really. I never thought I'd say this, but
Man, I got some.
I'm having a hard. I feel the way people felt about WandaVision about She-Hulk.
That's the thing I like.
Right.
I mean, people complain about WandaVision. I like it.
People complain about what?
When people complain about WandaVision.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, bro, y'all tripping.
I can understand Miss Marvel complaints. I understand that one. I understand. I like
Right.
yeah, WandaVision we've had. Got Falcon Winter Soldier. The complaints for that, the complaint I had for that show was just the villain. The villain was good. Yeah, that's the only thing.
For
that
WandaVision?
No, Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah. But again, that's because of the pandemic, bro.
Yeah, you can tell that fucked that up.
Yeah.
We had WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki. Loki was my personal favorite.
Yeah.
It's in between that or Moon Knight for me. Hawkeye was cool. I didn't think it was bad. It was cool. And Miss Marvel. And then she.
Yeah, that's like yeah, that whole pandemic thing fucked up Falcon Winter Soldier, because that could have been better than what it was. But also, I had to tell this girl we went to college with. She went to homecoming this past weekend, right? And I think I was asking her about it because I didn't know it was this weekend, and she was like, it was straight, but it wasn't as fun as like in the past, like 5 years ago. And I told her, I said, well, the world was a very different place 5 years ago. So, but I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
So. So I'm pretty sure when this show was being made and talked about, that it was it had a different idea in mind. And I'm pretty sure these things came out as well.
Yeah.
So
and like I said, I like Falcon and the Soldier. I did overall. Like I said, She-Hulk, man.
I think I promise you, they just did it just to do it, but
it's just sad that, cause even like you said, episode 4, even then I was like, yeah, this show cool. It's a fun little show, but by episode 7, you tell me it's 2 more episodes left, and you do episode 7 what you just did, I'm like, what's the point of this show? When the show is winding down, what's like my nigga, there's no plot. That's really the sad part.
You know, this shit kind of reminds me of like a 90s show that just has a female lead. Like take away her superpowers and put her in these same scenarios.
Yeah. I'm like what? I'm like why? I'm like I said, even if she's a lawyer, make a lawyer show.
Right.
That'd be different. That'd be
they
fun.
Really don't even do that.
No. And this is, and Mike, so you don't care about the show, so I can say this. She literally gets Lawyer of the Year, and I'm like, for what? What did she do?
For being She-Hulk.
Can we see her
for being
the Lawyer of the Year? But my niggas
and me being the person I am, like, you telling me that and she ain't done shit make me feel like, oh, it's a participation trophy. They just gave her that shit because they just wanted her to have it.
And I watched like this channel, like it's a guy too, and they popped up for me when it was like for She-Hulk reactions, and I watched them just to see. And, you know, I feel like that's a good dynamic. Cause one guy, 2 women watching this show. And I want to see how a video was gonna react to this shit. And I watched them react to episode 7. And it's funny, all 3 of them do not care for this show at this point. They're all 3 of them are like, what is the point of this show? That's what all 3 of them say. And I'm like, at least these 3 people have it. I'm glad it wasn't the man didn't like it and the 2 girls was attacking him, or one girl liked it, the other girl didn't. I'm glad it wasn't like that. All 3 of them were like, what is Marvel doing?
Yeah, it just means that they got some sense.
Yes. And it's funny because I felt the same way, like well, at least I know the guy said that he was like, he wants to care about the show. He wants to get the show a bit we're like, he's a Marvel fan. We're Marvel fans. We made it. We watched everything they made it this far, and this funny. What is the point of the show? What is the? I watched this, like Marvel has the reason they become as popular they become because everything they was putting out was bitter towards the bigger picture. Was bitter towards this world. It was world building. She-Hulk is not world building at all. Now I don't understand like what is the point of this show?
Ain't no point. I'm telling you, they just want to make shit. Bro.
Yeah, because at first I'm like, okay, it's a fun, it's just a fun show. The girl becomes She-Hulk, it's funny, she's funny. I like the girl. That's one thing, the acting. I like everybody on the show is fine.
And I'm telling you, this show is held together by its guest appearances. She caught that shit in episode 1.
And that's the other thing too. Daredevil. That's another thing. Daredevil has been shown to be on the show. Now I don't like how Marvel has done this because
he was on the show?
No, he hasn't showed up yet, but he's supposed to because Marvel promoted him as a person who's supposed to show up. But I don't like the way they've done this because they said they did this weeks ago and he has not shown up yet. And I'm like, why did y'all do this to make us watch this show? Like that's why y'all it's basically y'all saying we know the show isn't that good, but Daredevil's gonna be in here. Just keep watching. Just hold on.
That's crazy because I would have thought he would have showed up right when I thought he would have showed up because she got served in papers. Like I was real live expecting to watch the next episode being like, okay, she's gonna need her own attorney. She's gonna go to Matt. Nope. Her character's now a joke to me. I'm sorry.
Daredevil has not shown up yet, but he's supposed to. He's gonna show up on the show. Probably on the fucking finale. On a fucking finale, that's when he's gonna show up. And
Damn.
yeah, and the thing about it, the show about two episodes ago now, they show you have seen it, but they show his costume, but they show his helmet for like a second.
Hmm?
2 episodes ago, yeah, they show his helmet,
Oh my goodness.
and I was like, okay, that Daredevil helmet, okay, cool, but it's been 2 episodes and we still ain't seen this man. So I'm like, why y'all doing this? What's happening? Are y'all building She-Hulk to be? Cause Daredevil getting his own show, and I'm like, are y'all building this show up for her to be in his? Because she's a lawyer.
I mean, even if that's the case, like it would take all the wind out of his show because her character isn't serious.
That's true. And Daredevil, and his Netflix show is very serious. And that's the other thing too. I think I saw this report the other day. I don't know if you saw it last year.
My goodness.
He got his own show coming out called Daredevil Born Again. Supposed to come out next year, right?
Right.
From what I remember seeing, I don't remember where I saw this at, but then they say that show is supposed to be a reboot of his character and not a continuation of his Netflix series.
Yes, I believe I remember seeing that.
Seeing that gave me mixed emotions, cause I'm like,
well,
if y'all rebooting him, please don't make him silly.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna do that, bro. I really think
reboot.
I think when they say the word reboot, they're more so gonna be like, okay, we can use all these characters because in this universe, this person's alive, or in this universe, this person doesn't even exist. Like, what's that love interest, Karen? I don't think she's gonna be a part of this at all.
Foggy from the Netflix series?
Yeah, I don't even think. I think Foggy might be there, but I don't think Karen's gonna be there.
Yeah. Yeah, then they confirmed too that his show supposed to be like 20 episodes. Like it's supposed to be like super long.
18. It was 18. Which is great. He deserves that
for his character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and this other thing too. But the number of episodes, She-Hulk did not need to be 9. That shit should have been 6. They should have kept her 6.
That shit should have been 4. Fuck you, man.
Yes, ain't right.
Should have gave her 4 hour-long episodes, and then that would have been good. I would have been happy with that.
Man, all these episodes have been 30 minutes today. What's like horrible?
Yeah, I don't know what to.
30-minute episodes, adventures that I do not care about. Her last 2 episodes are just her. Oh my god, my nigga! One episode was a wedding. The other episode was her was therapy. I don't care about this type of shit. Show her actually be She-Hulk and either saving somebody.
I mean, maybe we don't understand the character because, the whole talking to the audience thing, they say that she, does that. But to me, it seems like you stepping on Deadpool's toes. Like, but, if it's been done in the comics, I'm not going to argue it because to me, comics are like, comic books are the Bible for a character.
Yes.
So if you see something that you thought was weird about a character, but it's in the comics, I wouldn't argue it because it was written first before it was shown. It was written before it was shown, so you can't possibly argue against it.
But I wholeheartedly agree with what you said. The one thing that I do like that they've actually got right on this show is her CGI. The CG every time she does become She-Hulk, it looks great.
It doesn't look as
it doesn't look bad,
egregious as I think it first started.
That first trailer did. Yes, that first trailer was embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
I mean, they could have just put green paint on his bitch and called it a day.
Let's see what we
right.
got.
Cabal.
Hi.
Fuck.
Like her last episode with her as She-Hulk, it was a scene of her just like kind of just standing there, and she was like in this person's house, but she was so tall, like her head is like hitting the ceiling, and she has to like stand awkwardly so it won't, because she can't fully stand up.
Yeah,
that looked fine. That looked really good. Like she looked really good in that scene.
Right.
I was like, okay, like CGI has now worked. It's working. So that looks good. And again, the woman who plays her, it's
Beautiful,
fine.
fine as shit.
Yeah, she's fine. I have no problem with her. It's just the writing. It's the writing and whoever is directing this show. That's what it is.
Right.
But when you give me when you give me episode, you ain't got to see this episode yet, but I'm telling you this is gonna fucking
Hostiles at
matter.
the trees.
We get to the episode of her going to a wedding. What's the point? She goes to a wedding
I mean,
and is treated like shit for comedic purposes.
To me, it feels like this show is focusing more on her life than her career, even though you and I would probably rather see it focused on her career.
When she was being a lawyer, that was cool. Like the episode, I like the episode with Megan Thee Stallion in it. That whole episode was her being a lawyer. No, I'm just saying the whole episode was her being a lawyer. The whole episode was her. It was lawyer focused. It was silly, but it was her being a lawyer. Bad thing. I thought it was fine. That guy who was dumbing up the thing, he was dating Megan Thee Stallion, that woman from Asgard being somebody else. Like, okay, that was fine. But now, like,
Hostiles at the trees.
the whole thing about the blood thing, they keep. That's other things. You know, like the whole thing about people trying to get her blood. That's being brought up again, and I'm like, you're showing us people who want her blood, but you're not showing us why or for what.
And again, I feel like that's leading up to a season 2.
Burn it down.
So
No.
yeah, I feel like they want to make a season 2 for her.
But I'm like, I hate that because it's like, y'all like, who builds up a plot for this long about somebody getting somebody's blood? And for what? You just can't show the bad people real quick. Stop making these shows so fucking short. Show like who are these people? Why they want it?
Yeah. What do you think of the Black Panther trailer?
Black Panther trailer was fantastic. I'm hoping this trailer, not the trailer. I'm hoping this movie, just he never, you know, this movie was to end this phase. It was to end phase. And I'm hoping this movie just like just really. I just want it to be great.
Yeah.
They already put out the run sign. They say the movie's supposed to be kind of long. So they say it's like 2 hours, like 40
Whack the blockers.
minutes, something like that.
Opposing team's got
So
a
it's supposed to be the longest.
Once it dies, they win.
And that is fine. Long movies don't bother me, and long as they're cool.
Right.
And then them 2 hours just fly by. Yeah. But the trailer was fine. Not fine. The trailer was great. I watched it like 3 times today. It's great. Again, the music, the tone.
I guess they're gonna push Shuri to be a Black Panther.
They revealed that. I said this the other day too. I was like, if I was Marvel, I would have kept that secret.
Yeah, I hate that.
I mean, but that was, but that's the thing though. That was my guess. You know,
I
that was
mean,
my
yeah,
guess.
it happens in the comics too, but I was hoping they would subvert my expectations and just bring Killmonger back.
That's a part of people saying.
How?
I don't understand people saying this. Why do y'all think he's alive? Why do y'all think he's alive, bro?
No. It's not that I think he's alive, bro.
What?
It's not that I think he's alive. It's just I just think they could bring him back to life and bring him back to life and you know, maybe he changed his ways, he feels differently, whatever the case may be.
That's what I'm saying. That's why people saying him, that made no sense to me. I was like, he's supposedly dead, and then if he wasn't dead, why y'all think his mind has changed? He wasn't in the best of mindsets. I got what he was saying. I felt he was a great villain. But the reason he was a villain is because at the end of the day, he did not give a fuck. That's what made him a villain. Like he would kill his own kind to achieve his goal. That what made him fucked up.
Right.
Why do people think his mouth would be different? Because he been in Wakanda in jail for a couple of years.
Invaders here.
Like,
Brace yourself.
and you know, it was rumored that he is in the second movie. He still might be.
Right.
No, it's rumored that he's in the second movie, but I don't know how. But he's supposed to be. Yeah, but yeah, the second trailer basically that's definitely sure. And then, I hope the movie has more surprises. Well, it has to in some but I mean, good surprises, like
Invaders off the field.
you know. But I was like, sure, like that was my pick. That was my pick. I was like, just give it to my sister. I feel like it's a safe route. Everybody likes his sister. She's smart. Did she make him the suit in the first movie? Don't she make the suit?
And that's it. Opposing team
Right.
took out their prime.
Say it again.
She be the one who made him the suit, right? Black Panther suit. Like she makes the suits, right?
I want to say yeah, but I want to say she might have just made some super technological upgrades to it.
Adjustments. Yeah, maybe true. I probably go back and watch the first one before I see the second one anyway.
But outside of that, I mean,
I know it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be her. Who else was gonna be?
also did you catch that there was a Iron Man
Yes.
suit?
That was great. That supposed to be what, Ironheart.
Yeah.
That was cool. They showed her for a second, so she's gonna be introducing it. You know, she's also supposed to be getting her own show, but she's being introduced in the movie first. They didn't want her the opposite way. They giving her the movie first and then her own show.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that might be safer overall.
Yeah, for her, definitely. Don't know what she was flying towards in the sky.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
don't know what she was flying towards, but she definitely did have her own Iron Man suit, and I hope they gotta do her right too, because her being kind of like an Iron Man type, that's gonna be, oh boy. Yeah, I hope they do. They gotta nail that. They got to, yeah. So that's after Iron Man. They gotta nail that part.
I mean, it looked like Shuri was in the suit at one point.
She might be. That's why I said this. That's why I said the movie. I hope it has surprises, because I don't see the point of having Ironheart to end this film. But she's in it.
I think that she's gonna be hesitant about. I think she's gonna be hesitant about actually being Black Panther, and it's gonna cause her to not really wanna like do it.
Ironheart or Shuri?
Shuri. So when trouble happens, she has to wear the suit, and then by the end of the movie, she cements herself as Black Panther. Maybe not Queen of Wakanda, but Black Panther. If they do Queen, if she becomes Queen of Wakanda, I won't really care. But the mantle of Black Panther is more. Yeah. It's more, to me, it's more important for her character.
And this one won't feel
contrived,
right? Because Chadwick Boseman,
right?
R.I.P. If he was still alive, he would definitely be, the main character of the movie. He would still be Black Panther, but
right?
That happened.
But I'm almost 100% willing to bet you that they're gonna frame it that he dies on whatever attack Namor unleashes upon Wakanda.
Yeah, that would look like. Cause like the funeral, his funeral will also be in the movie. So they're gonna say he died.
Yep.
At probably the start of it. Had people in the theater definitely tearing up. That's definitely what they're aiming for.
Yeah. When you sent me that trailer, bro, I just had this conversation with my barber, and I sent him that trailer. Too. So I was like, damn, we were just talking about this.
Yeah, and it's funny watching these Black Panther trailers, because it's like watching these trailers. It's like just different. Like it gives you that different feel because of
that serious tone that you want so fucking much.
I do want it. But yeah, it just a different feel. I just can't really explain it. And I think that's because of Chadwick Boseman passing away too, and it just gives off that And again, fingers crossed this movie is great because man, if it's not, god damn it, if it's not, boy, then people gonna never
Incoming wave at the ruins.
never let that go. If this movie is anywhere near mediocre.
Yeah,
Man,
the movie is the same guy coming back to direct it.
Same guy.
Moat's draining. The blockers must die, brother.
They had to bring him back. Like I said, you know how Marvel works. When a director does good, they bring him back. Like when a movie does really good, like Black Panther, the first Black Panther did really good, money wise and critics. So of course they're gonna bring him back. Get that nigga all the
Right. God damn it.
Hostiles at the trees. I
So-
spot a high-value target. Give them hell.
So I wanted to be fantastic. They say it's supposed to be like a long movie, supposed to be like over, like I said, almost 3 hours long.
What?
But again, yeah, they put the runtime for it. Supposed to be like 2 hours and like 40 minutes or something like that.
Damn.
Movie gonna be long, bro.
Guess I gotta fucking not buy no snacks and shit. I hope it doesn't give me the same feeling as like Black Panther 1 did. 'Cause I saw Black Panther like the first one twice, right? And the second time, it didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to.
Oh, I've seen people say this. I've seen this on the podcast I listened to yesterday. Some of the people said that Black Panther they think it's overrated. That was some people on that podcast said yes.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, some people think it is. See me, it's funny. Like I saw Black Panther. I want to say the first weekend it came out, first you did too. And watching it for the first time was definitely an experience. It was definitely different. I like it for reasons that other Marvel movies don't give me. Like it felt more personal. You know what I'm saying? It felt more. This didn't feel like a Marvel film to me. The first Black Panther did, because of the whole thing being, focused on black people and showing the things they were saying throughout the film. It felt mature. It felt grown up. It felt like it was made. It's really rich. It just felt like it was made for black people. I'm real. It felt like that.
Yeah, of course.
And I guess that's the push that gives it to make me like it more. But I guess I don't know if I took that out the movie. If I took that out, it's made for people like me. If I took that out the film, I may like it less. But to me, I felt like I looked at it objectively, where I could say like the plot was good, the action was good enough, the characters I enjoyed. Michael B. Jordan, good villain.
Right.
So it hit the check marks all for me for a Marvel movie. The music, I really like the first Black Panther. When people say it's overrated,
it's only overrated after you watch it the first time. And I know it sounds weird to say, but like that's entirely what it is.
Yeah, because I've heard hot takes from listen to podcasts sometimes. I be hearing people say shit that I just be like, what? Like how people talk shit about Endgame now. Mm-hmm. Like people say it's not that good. I'm like, I've watched that. I watched Endgame at least I 4 times.
It's weird. I do feel like there is a specific decline in rewatchability.
It's weird. Yeah, it's so weird. It's
but it is weird because I only feel that way. Like, I don't feel like I could rewatch Endgame as much as I could rewatch Infinity War. Mm. I can watch Infinity War 3 times compared to watching Endgame once. And right. I think we saw that movie 3 times?
Wait, what? Infinity War?
No, Endgame.
Okay.
Like, I don't know about you, but I think I saw that movie 3 times, bro.
In theaters?
Yes.
I know we went.
I believe I gave Disney and Marvel 9 hours of my life.
I'm trying to think.
I know it
Did
was
I
6
go
because I know
see
I
it
seen.
this?
I know I saw it at least twice. Maybe not 3 times, but I know I saw it at least twice.
I know you did. You did. I'm talking about me. Did I go back to the theaters and watch it again? I don't think I did. I think I only went with when we went, but I don't think I went. I don't think I did. Did I go see that movie twice? Wait. Cause I'm trying to think, cause I'm thinking of Infinity War. One of them was I did see twice because I remember the second time I watched one of these movies, the audience was nowhere near as good and great as the
I
first
saw.
audience. It might have been Infinity War I saw twice.
Yeah, I know I saw Infinity War twice.
I saw that twice.
Endgame, I feel like I've seen it 2 or 3
see
times.
What you're fighting today?
You probably did. I'm pretty sure you did. But me, because I don't think I went back to the theaters to watch Endgame. I can't remember. I would remember who I went to go see it with, because I would have had to go see it the second time with somebody else, and I didn't. Infinity War I did. Endgame no. I watched the movie once, but I've watched it multiple times after because I bought a movie on Blu-ray, so I've watched that multiple times. Then I watched it again on Disney Plus on streaming. So yeah, I watched that movie like at least 3-4 times. You know, but every time I've watched it, I myself was never bored.
Of course.
But I've heard people say like Endgame has boring moments. But like I said,
it does, but they're like, they're not the same type of boring moments that you would see in
Infinity.
No, not even Infinity War, but just other Marvel movies like.
Cause I've seen people say, you know, that they like Infinity War, you know, more than Endgame, and I feel like when I feel like people say that, it's because Infinity War, I rewatched that, right? And I rewatched it like sometime this year, like 2 or 3 months ago. And that movie, I feel like people who say that is because they like action, and that movie is top to bottom action the entire time. The entire time that movie is action.
Yeah, once that movie shows Vision getting stabbed, like it does not stop.
No, it doesn't.
Just like
it is action the entire runtime.
Just like it's another movie that does that. It's another movie that I said, oh, it's like the Batman movie, bro.
Oh, the recent one.
Hell yeah! Once that movie has its first action scene, it doesn't slow down until what's that girl name? It doesn't slow down until you meet Selena's character and her friend.
And that's the other thing too. I've seen people give hot takes for that movie. Like people out here saying that movie is not that good.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. The rewatchability is a little low.
And I've seen it. Yeah, now I watched that movie twice. And I don't really want to. The second time I watched it, it was kind of in the background. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing other shit, but it was on, you know. But I've seen people say that they didn't think it was good. Like I've seen people say that
that's different though. Like saying it's not good. Fuck?
Well, I'm God. Like
that's what I'm saying though. Like saying it's not good is like a bad thing to say. Like why would you say it's not good?
Yeah, okay. So people was like Infinity War the Endgame. People like it. People who like Infinity War the Endgame, I understand because it's more action packed. Me, I like Endgame more than Infinity War. Endgame to me didn't have to be action packed because Infinity War was, and Endgame was just like to wrap everything up type thing. Everything has built up to this moment, and especially when he did the time travel shit. Like if you're implementing that into the film, you have to like make that make sense. And Endgame did. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't be action packed the entire time. Infinity War is just about these niggas trying to stop Thanos.
Right.
Just to sum up that
justified.
plot. That's all it is. Them trying to stop that nigga from collecting all the stone. Endgame is trying to fix what he did in Infinity War. That's what Endgame is to me. With that climactic ending that just will never, I ain't gonna say never be matched, because Marvel might do that again. That's gonna be tough, but they can. But that ending with now, because that's what I'm saying. Like the ending is action packed, but it feels that by the time it gets to that moment, it just feels deserved. Like especially with the Avengers Assemble line and that, oh my god, like that scene alone to me just makes it my favorite MCU for me personally. Now go to the Batman. I enjoyed the Batman, and I didn't watch it until I got on HBO Max. You went to the movies or something?
Oh man, yes.
And I kind of wish I did, because I know that atmosphere and that the way that movie was definitely had to be something.
That shit was amazing.
Now I watched it on HBO Max, and I really enjoyed it. Like I never did when I first watched it. I didn't want to stop watching it. I didn't think it was long. Them thoughts never crossed my mind. And that movie long too. That movie about almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I like that movie, you know. But I've seen people, say shit like that, like they didn't care for that movie like that. Like it was fine. Like it wasn't nothing special.
I mean, and see that's why I be trying to tell people sometimes about going to the theaters. Like the atmosphere for going to the theaters is what make or breaks on movies.
Yeah, the atmosphere of a movie can make it better. It can definitely make it better.
Invaders here.
You know.
Brace yourself. The enemy team's about to
Yeah,
win this.
it was fun for me.
Kill the
I like the Batman.
Gambit's over. Opposing team put their primeval on ice.
I got a problem with that. Really. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Right.
Well, yeah, people just, you just have their opinions with, with films, or people just, it seems like people don't like shit no more these days. Everybody complains about everything. That's another thing too.
That's all they can do.
Yeah, cause it's funny, cause like the moment Endgame came out, like around that time, how hyped that movie was. I remember everybody saying, "Oh, that was the best MCU movie I ever seen in my life. It was fucking great, a masterpiece."
It.
And then years later, they were like, it wasn't all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is people like? I don't know.
Like, what the fuck y'all want?
Right, like people just. That's another thing too. You know how much hard work that shit had to probably take to make Infinity War the Endgame, like to nail that shit the way they did, nigga. That's why the Russo brothers stepped down. Them niggas probably retired. They probably was like, man, listen, we're done. Like, we can't. Like, you know how much pressure them niggas had to feel making Infinity War Endgame? How much had they had to get right, especially with both movies, but Endgame to me, they really had to get right, because it just felt, again, Endgame rewarded you for seeing all these Marvel movies up to this point.
Yeah,
that's what I felt like, and that's what it was made for. You know what I'm saying? And they did a great job with that, man. Let's be watching again the way the time travel shit, the way they gave Iron Man him, talking to his dad and as an adult. Like that moment is I love that moment. There's no action in that movie, but I love that moment because it's like it finally gets some closure, with his father that he never really got to get. That was great. It was like I said, again, me, Endgame over Infinity War, and even though Infinity War is action packed, it's more action in that movie than Endgame, but action doesn't make a movie to me.
Nah, you're definitely right. It don't.
Yeah. Endgame to me was just like I said, the culmination of like everything up until this point. I just felt like we're was well awarded. Then plus again, that's the best movie experience I've had, like ever. Now I would never forget that shit right there, was just another level, man. That was great crowd of people going open tonight was perfect. It was great. Will Marvel ever match the moment again? Oh boy.
Only if they bring back the Russo brothers for Secret Wars.
That's the thing. They've already announced we got 2 Avengers movies coming with the Kane Dynasty and Secret Wars. So they can. And me reading about me watching videos about Secret Wars and reading about it, they can have another moment like Endgame and Secret Wars. They can do it. But
it takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot of work. Cause they say Marvel's already working on Secret Wars. I think I saw a headline today saying like one of the writers from Loki, got hired on the Secret War movie, like today or some shit like that.
Really?
So, just random shit I saw. So yeah, Marvel's already working on a Secret Wars movie, which is, I mean, they got to, if you want to nail that shit. But again, I assume Kane Dynasty. You know, hopefully by the time we get to the Kane Dynasty era of Marvel, maybe you and me is just praise him again at this point. At that point, maybe we're like, holy shit, like what the fuck they gonna do about Kane and these movies and shows around this time. Hopefully they're amazing. Maybe like Marvel finally got their shit together. We're like, yo, we can't fucking wait. Like,
yeah,
I just hope around that time we're like, yo, this shit is fucking great right now. That's what I'm hoping.
I am literally waiting to see. I'm expecting to want to see Secret Wars 3 times.
Yes.
That is my expectation. If I go see Secret Wars once and I feel like I don't want to see it a second or a third time, I know it's the director's fault.
Yes.
Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Yeah, Kane. Like I said, Kane Dynasty has to lead the Secret Wars, but yeah, cause that's the other thing too. That's why I feel like it's like part of me is complaining about Marvel, but we still ain't even gotten to Kane really yet, and I feel like maybe when we get to him, it's gonna make us shut the fuck up and be like, yo, this nigga is a problem, and he's terrible. Like, I need this nigga to like really wreak havoc in the MCU. And he supposed to show up in Ant-Man Quantumania. That's supposed to be his first like his debut film in the MCU. And they gotta make it like, they gotta show us that he's a problem. They gotta, cause him introducing him in Loki as what was his character name in Loki? It wasn't Kang. It was
the one who came before, or
yeah, the one, something like that. Yeah. Something like that. He didn't. He was like the prelude to the threat that's coming. So that was cool, but we need people. You know, people gotta see you do some bullshit. Like, they gotta see you do some fucked up shit. Like with Thanos. The reason Thanos was such a problem because it wasn't the build up. I mean, it was the build up helped, but until the nigga was on Infinity War, wreaking havoc, that's when niggas was like, holy shit, this man is a fucking problem. We gotta do something about this. And that's why I remember this being the top villain in the MCU. We need Kang to be that. We gotta see him do something for us to be like, what they gonna do to stop this man? Because I've seen people say that if Marvel, the MCU does it right, they can make Kang worse than Thanos. If they say it's possible. They said the way he is in the comics, they said they can, if the MCU if they do it right, they can make him worse. Because what makes him bad is that it's so many different variants of him that it'll be really hard to kill him. permanently,
Hmm.
and that's what that should be the threat. Like, it'd be funny if like he shows us all through the MCU until his actual movie, and he just pops up like just everywhere, and they can't kill him because it's so many versions of him.
Damn.
You know, that would make him threatening, because they'd be like, it's impossible to kill this guy because he can't.
I seen a post that said, if they're taking inspiration from, it's an animation of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. There's an Avengers cartoon. They said if they're taking inspiration from that, then we don't have to worry about Kang. What we got to worry about are these new Avengers. I said, ooh, that's a little fucked up, but okay.
Yeah, this new team, man. Yeah, these heroes they're bidding on now. I'm like, oh my god.
They're not even tragic. They're just, what's the word I'm looking for? These guys are like a worst case scenario for everything you don't want in a hero. And I'm not saying that to be like mean, but like some of these people real life got issues.
Yes. Yeah, we
And
need.
it's crazy.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't know, bro. We don't know what's next. Maybe the X-Men will do it. Maybe the X-Men will save it.
Maybe.
Maybe the X-Men will be like, I don't know, cause I mean we got Hugh Jackman coming back, Deadpool 3, and we'll see how that works. We'll definitely see how that works. Like how many actors from the X-Men, the Fox X-Men movies are they gonna bring us to the MCU?
I see. That's the other thing. Like, they're bringing back Hugh Jackman, but are they gonna bring back other X-Men? Because I really feel like I still it's gonna this is gonna sound fucked up, but the best X-Men movie in my opinion was still the very first one.
Wow.
Because that's the only time you get to really see them as a team. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. They fight Magneto. Classic fucking story. Fight Magneto. You got Cyclops, Jean, Storm, Wolverine. They're trying to rescue Rogue. The only person they were really missing was Gambit. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's your core X-Men right there. Rogue, in this sense, serves as the Jubilee. But that's it. Then X2, they get invaded. The house is ransacked. Mutants are kidnapped. Cyclops gets turned into a fucking mind control person. They introduce Lady Deathstrike, and all of this because Wolverine is trying to figure out his past. I give that one to you. You ended off with Jean manifesting the Phoenix powers. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, not exactly like the comics or what I've seen in the 90s television show, but I'll accept it. I can live with it. Then you fast forward to X3. Now all of a sudden it's like you really just don't give a shit what you do with these characters, because Jean is just killing Professor X and Scott. Like, that's a huge departure from who she is as a character. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the Phoenix Power, and I'm sure you've seen those episodes of the animated series. The Phoenix Power, when it was in Jean's control, made her the most unstoppable being in the universe. But as soon as the power became sentient, it was like wanting to feel all these different emotions, and it didn't give a shit about killing nobody, and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, we didn't even like address that. We just go straight into Dark Phoenix, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then they tried to clean it up with like First Class and Days of Future Past, which both those movies are great. But
I know both of them.
They don't hit like that first one for me. And it's sad to say, but it just could have been so much more. It should have been so much more. So, but I don't make movies, so I don't really know.
You don't understand, man.
But damn.
I know you're X-Men.
Yeah, man, their lore is like some of the best shit I have ever in my life like read, seen. They're my favorite group in all of Marvel. Like,
I know a lot of people say that.
Like, if you ask me who my favorite character was, yeah, I'm gonna say Spider-Man. But if you ask me who my favorite group of heroes are, it's always gonna be the X-Men. Like, they're so different.
Yeah, and they say X-Men have like some of the best stories. Like
they do.
Like, in comic books, and just some of the best stories. I'll just say that.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
And Fox never did really
utilize that shit to their fullest.
Yeah.
They struck gold once with the 90s television series, and it was like after that it's just I don't know. So damn.
Yeah.
We've been talking this whole time. I was like, we've been talking this whole time. I'm trying to put together this PvP build. I'm finished getting these pinnacles.
That's good. But yeah, X-Men. Well, like I said, my favorite was Days of Future Past. It's my personal favorite. I don't know. That is out of all of them, I just feel like that one was great.
Yeah, that Days of Future Past was good too, but it could have been, even that movie could have been better. And it hurts to say that because I fucking love Michael Fassbender and what's the other nigga name who plays Professor X?
Oh shit.
McAvoy? Something McAvoy.
Yeah. Oh, great actors.
Yeah.
Both of them, they killed both of their roles.
Right. They have scenes in those movies that I will never forget. Never. The first one that comes to mind is the plane scene. When Charles is like mad at Magneto because he took Mystique away from him, and that nigga fires back Banshee. What the fuck? Those other niggas, Banshee, Angel, all of them. Where were you, Charles? Where were you when your people needed you? And like that, he's like fucking up the plane. He's mad. And what makes it so cool to me was the part at the end where Wolverine's like, "You gonna pick all that shit up?"
Yeah, that was great.
I was like, "Oh my goodness." Then again, when he got that stadium around, what's his name? Around the president, around the White House, and he gives that rousing speech. I thought that was.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm wondering is if Marvel's gonna actually replace these niggas or just get them back. Like, cause they think maybe Marvel's like, they did kill these roles, y'all. Maybe we can just bring them back somehow. Instead of getting some new niggas.
Right. God damn. Sorry, I'm playing Mayhem, and I just got killed by a powerful heavy weapon. But yeah, and that's my dilemma. Like, I want them to bring back these old characters, but I also kind of know that they may not. So
I still feel like these those question marks that are in Phase 6
are all
like
X-Men movies.
not all, but most.
I mean, I'd be happy with it.
Just say Marvel saving the X-Men reveal for something else. They don't want to reveal yet that the X-Men gonna be in the MCU.
Well, you know, they also have a a new television show that they're trying to make. So
5 minutes.
For the X-Men show.
yeah,
Ain't it called X-Men 96 or some shit like that?
yeah.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
X-Men 97, I think.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, this tight ass area.
Together as one. I love it.
But yeah. Whew, I think we're gonna close it out, and I'm just gonna finish this PvP match.
2 for 1.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to, like, you know what I might do, bro? Like for God of War, I think I might stream God of War one more time the day before I pick it up, or the day of me picking it up. Holy shit! Ah! Cause I'm getting chased by people with their fucking supers.
Oh, you're online.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering too. I was thinking about, do I want to go back? Do I want to go back to God of War 2018 last time?
You want to do what?
Do I want to go back to God of War 2018 one more time?
Oh, I definitely sure am. Play that bitch on easy with the Zeus armor, and it'll be the no weapons challenge.
Just the fisticuffs.
Just the fisticuffs. Bro, I'm gonna be so strong. Who the fuck would stop me?
3 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I think about going back to it.
I would. I definitely would. Just gotta make time to put it on your system or whatnot.
God of War something. Once I put it on that 60 frames per second, I never took it back off.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I went back through it then. I actually went through it on my PS5.
Your enemy is pushing for victory.
That's why I'm a little hesitant, because I actually did do that.
Wait, you're hesitant because of what?
Actually, because I went through it on my PS5. 60
Oh, okay.
frames.
I don't know if I did that. Oh, bro, I don't think I've ever played this bitch on my 5. Ooh.
You never see that. You never seen 60 frames per second.
Oh man.
God of War.
Nope. 17 kills, 1.7 KD, and we still lost. 2 people up under me got 13 kills. Oh, yes. I don't want to go out like that. The stream shall see. The streams shall see a victory from me. Oh man. But outside of that, I don't think there's any small stuff that I think happened outside of that crazy chick I told you commented all that dumbass shit just from me asking a question on her status and shit. And it just goes to show you the type of clown world we live in.
Yeah. It just reminded me, I'm glad you said about the small stuff. I saw a really good movie on Netflix called Intergalactic.
Sounds
It's
familiar.
yeah, it came out Friday. It's a movie. It's a comedy slash kind of romance film, but done really well. Where it's not, it feels relatable, like something you would definitely. I feel like you would fuck with it.
You say it's a comedy slash romance, man?
Yeah, you know, what's that word? It's called. It's supposed to be like a. I
Romantic
think it's called
comedy,
a
nigga?
romantic comedy, but I think it's the other word.
Rom-com.
Rom-com. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the genre they put it in.
Interesting.
But
it's not really that for you?
Yes and no. But I really enjoyed it. It's called Intergalactic. It was done by Kid Cudi and the guy name was Kenyon Harris was the director, and it's like mostly all black cast, and the animation style is like Into the Spider-Verse.
How will you fare against
I meant to share it in the group, but I watched it because Kid Cudi dropped the album Friday, right? And I'm a Kid Cudi fan, so I played the project, and then when I was researching the album, I saw that he put out the film next to it on Netflix.
Oh, interesting.
So
yeah. the album's called Intergalactic, and the movie goes with it.
The movie goes with the album, and it fits really well. It's like a story telling throughout the album, and it fits the movie. And I watched the movie, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the music. The music matched the movie. The music matched the scenes in the film, and the movie is gorgeous to look at. Like I said, it's an Into the Spider-Verse animation, and it's really cool.
Interesting.
Definitely watch it. Like I said, watch it with your girl. Definitely watch it. I feel like.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah, I like it, man. That's what I watched. That's also an album too that I want to talk about for just for a second. It was
go ahead.
Yeah, Intergalactic. I played it. I played the night it came out. Like I said, I'm a Cudi fan. Been a fan of his since the first album. This album I definitely like. It's not his best work, but it's elements I do like about it though. It's elements I do like about it. It's Cudi being Cudi. Like if you're a Cudi fan, you'll like it. Like if you're there for the hums, you know what I'm saying? I know he's known for the humming. Is it's the best humming in the industry, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's very atmospheric. It's got a couple of bops. Yeah. Kid Cudi's a vibe, man. That's the best way to describe it. Like,
I see.
Yeah, definitely a vibe. He's not the most lyrical nigga, but he ain't trying to be. It's like he's there. He's a vibe, bro. And the album is definitely a vibe. I don't think I like every song off of it, but it's definitely some heavy hitters on that that I will be returning to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and definitely watch that Netflix movie. You know what I'm saying? Support black made film because it definitely had a black director. Kid Cudi is the star in that, and also great job to him for the voice acting. He did a really good job of voice acting.
Really? Like young, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. Like Cudi did his thing, man, and everybody did. The whole cast. They Ty Dolla $ign. He's on there too.
What is this movie?
Yeah, he on there. Jaden Smith, I think, is on there for a little bit. Tiana Taylor. The movie's full of guest people, but Kid Cudi's the main guy. I think it's this guy named Jabari. Meet this girl, kick it off, but it's definitely relatable, and it's definitely enjoyable. I was not bored watching. I don't really care for romance, and it was funny. Jokes did land. I really did like it.
That's pretty good.
Watch it. Yeah, check it out. Yeah,
the enemy down.
Doing films. He also came out too that it's kinda hurt to hear, but he came out and said that
3 minutes.
he
Hold
think he's
strong,
done making
and this battle
album.
is yours.
Oh, Kid Cudi?
Yeah, he said that on the interview he did with Apple Music.
Damn.
Yeah, he feels like
People
at
don't
this point
appreciate
in
my
his
shit,
career-
so fuck it.
Well, that's the thing, right? I feel like he wanted to say that, but you know you can't really say that because then you come out kind of like an ass.
What? Nah.
Yeah, like people don't appreciate my shit, so I'm starting making music. No, you can't. I don't think you can really say that. And plus, he ain't really that type of guy. I don't think. Cudi, his reasoning is that he said it's just got boring.
Shut the enemy
Like
down.
he said the traditional way of making an album, like him going in the studio to make a project, is boring to him now. He has that. He said like Intergalactic wasn't the usual Kid Cudi project. The reason he made this is because of that movie that he also made with it, so they gave him the incentive to do this.
Wow.
But he said him just going to the studio to make an album just to make an album. He said that's not, at this point of his life, he said it's not really where his mindset is at. He said now he want to do other shit, like, just venture other shit, like movies and shows and, making, sound, just doing other stuff besides making traditional albums. That's what he said. He said he still might go in the studio and make some shit, so, he don't think he's completely done. He said he don't want to say he's retiring, but he said that making Kid Cudi projects, he said he's like probably done. If Intergalactic is his last project, I'll be cool with that, because I mean Cudi has made enough projects for me to be satisfied. I feel.
How many?
Man in the Moon. We got Man in the Moon 1, 2, and 3. We got Passion, Pain, and Demon's Land. It's always one of my favorite titles. I really like that. Passion, Pain, and Demon's Land. We got that one. We got In the Hood. We got. Let's see what else. He made that Raw album. I didn't personally care for that shit, but that does kind of one of his albums. But I didn't really care for that.
30 seconds stand between you and victory.
But luckily, he only did that one time. So,
God damn it! I'm sorry, I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm over here running from my fucking life, and I got caught.
10 seconds. Bring it home.
He made it. You can't see Ghost with him and Kanye. That count. Yeah. So let's see if I count the albums. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He got 9 albums and 1 mixtape. So 10.
9 albums and 1 mixtape. Damn. I feel like mixtapes are like the best thing an artist could make.
Yeah, I think that what got him discovered was that mixtape called a kid named Cudi, which is but I see what he did there. A kid named Cudi, Kid Cudi. I see what he did there. So yeah, Kid Cudi's had it. Like I said, one of my favorite artists, man. He definitely got some favorite. I'm going through his catalog now. He definitely got some songs that I will be returning to of his career. The man been doing this. He been doing this since 2009 too, so it's been a while. Man in the Moon 1 will always be a classic to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Man in the Moon 1 is a classic. The End of Day. That's the name of it. Came out 2009. This album is what made me a fan of this nigga.
Really?
Yes. This album was. Yeah, this album was different, bro. Like back in 2009, and I swear, Kid Cudi opened the door for a lot of rappers today, man. This whole harmonizing type music, like you're not rapping, you're kind of singing. Cudi did that shit first, dog. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Cudi did that shit first, and remember that shit, man. Like, niggas don't give Cudi the respect he deserves, dog.
Nah,
And nigga music was beautiful. You know,
it'd be like that though.
Yeah. Like and when no rappers back in 2009 and before then making albums where niggas was just was singing and rapping it. So yeah, not then.
He might have been ahead of his time, bro.
Yeah. The Day and Night was what caught my attention. That would caught my ear with that song. I think that song caught everybody's ear.
Make it rain.
So I got that first album, and I was like, oh, that was fucking incredible. And that was like freshman year of college. This album got me through college my freshman year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Pursuit of Happiness. Classic, nigga. Like, bro, music, come on, dog. You hear this Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah.
Niggas was not making songs like this back then, bro. No, this shit was like off the, like, niggas probably would have called this shit weirdo shit back then, bro. Nah, come on, man.
Nah, you right. Yeah, I feel like his music is underappreciated. That's all. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of.
It's unappreciated, man. Even I went back and listened to like Man on the Moon. The first one is it's a classic. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Then he made Man on the Moon 2. The Legend of Mr. Rage, right? So I don't know what happened back then, but I didn't get this album. I don't know what it was. Like, cause this album came out in 2010, like the year after the first album.
Right.
So the nigga was working, and I was like, I don't know why I didn't get the second album. I do not know why to this day, but I was like, listen to it. This second album is just as good as the first, bro. It's just good as the first.
Whew. We were trying to make it to the other side of the map. And I can't. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it here and have all y'all have a great night.
End it.
Yeah. Later, y'all.
Alright, peace, y'all.